this place. Yeah, I'm a man with no answers. Yeah, a man with nothing to lose. If the devil takes my soul, then God help you. Yeah, I'm a man with no answers. Yeah, a man with nothing to lose. If the devil takes my soul, then darling, may God help you. Yeah, I'm a man with no answers. Yeah, a man with nothing to lose. If the devil takes my soul, then God help you. Yeah, I'm a man with no answers. Yeah, a man with nothing to lose. If the devil takes my soul, then darling, may God help you.
Coming to you from the award-winning Final Third Cigar and Whiskey Lounge, PCA's 2024 Best of Leaf Midwest Cigar Bar, Indiana's exclusive Aladino Cigar Lounge, it's the Final Third Podcast.
Welcome back to another Final Third podcast live at Final Third. I'm Rob.
I'm this week's YouTube sensation, Will.
Nice.
I'm Scotty D.
I'm Mike, and you can hear everyone today.
Yeah. I was gonna say, maybe I should reintroduce myself.
Coming to you live from Flow
right.
Sports.
Right? Yeah, that was like a Flow Sports last week. I didn't even think about it.
It was.
Leave me alone.
Apologies. We obviously had technical issues last
Yeah,
week. I was
it
in Orange
happens.
Beach, and the whole Zoom audio just didn't work.
They got to
Yeah.
see you.
They did. They did. They get to see me in the sun and all that. And yeah. And,
With a
and
shirt
shout
on.
out to who was it that tried to tell us no audio? And we're like,
Jose,
no.
sorry, Jose.
Jose, you were the man.
Yeah, you did it
Yeah,
right.
you tried to help us out, and we just didn't.
We're
catch
like, you're
what
full
was
of
going
shit.
on.
Like, we can hear it just fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
Well-
obviously you should know all the technical shit that's going on in the background and be able to tell us. Oh no, it's the Zoom audio.
Right.
Yeah.
That was
Well-
playing through the computer.
So today we're going to be smoking the newly discontinued cigar from Drew Estate. It's the Nortino, the Herrera Esteli Nortino. Not sure why they're getting rid of the cigar, other than the fact that I think that the Undercrown 10 Maduro does a lot better job, on sales side, and they are pretty good about rotating in and out things. So we're going to be smoking this. So we do still have a lot of these available. So if you're interested in getting some cigars that you're not going to be able to get here soon, this would be a good one to come in and get. San Andreas wrapper, Honduran binder, and Nicaraguan fillers. And then, Will, what are we going to be sipping on today?
Yeah, we've got a fun little tasting today. I've got 5 barrels of almost 6-year MGP that I have purchased, and we will be going through and tasting those and just kind of seeing where they're at and kind of get some base notes on the barrels.
I love it. So you like only tried a couple of these.
I've
and-
only tried a couple, and honestly, I don't even remember which ones I tried because we were kind of just thieving.
I
Rob
think we
went
tried
with
8
me.
and
Yeah.
3, I think.
Yeah,
I was trying to
maybe.
remember what they were.
And then Will took all his clothes off.
And yeah, I did taste a bottle out there, but I don't really remember what it was.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
little chilly.
If you've not seen the video,
You gotta go.
the advertisement for this week's episode, it's extra special.
You can
It
find it on
is.
our Instagram page, the
Yeah.
Final Third Cigar
also in
Podcast.
the shorts and YouTube.
Also in the shorts. Also on my Facebook page. Also on
And-
Scotty's Facebook page.
Yeah.
So we should we stop calling them shorts and start calling them speedos?
Ooh, there you go. Yes.
Yeah, right?
So you can find it in our Speedo section of our videos.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
The cold draw on this cigar, really nice.
yeah?
Yeah,
Like a little bit
it
of
is a lot of barnyard.
cocoa.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of barnyard. Yeah.
It is.
I get some of
Yeah,
that cocoa.
I know you guys say
I get-
barnyard a lot, and I always don't get the barnyard, but this one
I'm
definitely.
with Mike. I get a nice little cocoa note on this. Kind of cool.
Some nibs. Little nibbies.
So the reason why I went with this size, this is the Lonsdale Deluxe. First of all, I think we all like the smaller ring gauges anyway, but this one actually won an award. I can't remember if it was Cigar Aficionado or Cigar Journal, like a top 10 cigar, whatever, in this size, specific size. So I thought, it'll be good to smoke it and see how it's smoking right now.
So what you're saying is, if you want a top 10 cigar that you'll never be able to get again, you should
Get
probably
in
get
here,
in
buy
here
'em.
and get it because it's gone.
Yeah, I got at least 2.5 boxes left of them, so
So what makes a cigar manufacturer decide they want to drop a brand?
sales.
Just really that.
Yeah,
the
pretty
main
much
thing,
just
yeah.
sales, or if they
Availability
run
of
out of
the-
tobacco.
Yeah.
If there's a certain tobacco in there, that's why you saw a lot of the cigars that were Connecticut broadleaf for a while go away for a while because they couldn't get it. Now you can start getting more Connecticut broadleaf, so you're starting to see them come back.
Yeah, you're seeing that come up a lot
Yeah.
more now.
Yeah, but now I think this one I think is totally sales. Same way with the Miami that you were talking about. That I think it was just totally sales. They had to make a decision.
It's not an attractive band on the
No.
cigar. I will say that when you look at it, it doesn't
It doesn't jump.
jump out to you. But that being said, it doesn't the cigar is great.
Yeah,
It feels like this band is kind of based on maybe like an early 20-teens kind of artistic
Yeah.
style.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe it just kind of, they didn't update it. I mean, I remember this kind of like 2-note. That was kind of a common way to like set up labels on things and advertisements, and it's kind of gone by the wayside.
Right.
So
Yeah.
now it looks simplistic.
Well, and
We've got
thing
more
is-
artsy fartsy now, and we're into
They
like
have.
pretty things.
And I think I think if they were to keep this exact cigar and put a different band on it, something more like the Undercrown 10 or something like that,
Yeah.
it would sell like crazy. But I
Yeah.
think a lot of
I
it is
agree.
visual. A
Hey,
lot of
Can
it's
we
visual.
start drinking?
Yes, let's
Yes.
drink. Yeah.
Let's do that.
Scott's
All
thirsty.
Rob, go for it.
Yeah.
I'll get it started here. So,
Well, I drink a bunch on Friday. So yesterday I kind of felt a little shitty.
so this is bottle
Yeah.
001,
001.
barrel 001.
And Rob said you need to go 001 because you're probably going to have hundreds of barrels at some point.
Well, hell, you've already got the 60s. I mean, you're not far
Are
from
you in the
it.
60s now?
Yeah, so I mean,
65, I think.
That's awesome.
at least
man.
this way you can get up to 999 before you need to change your numbering system.
65 barrels.
Now we got to do some research on your barn and see how many barrels we can fit in that barn.
That's true. Yeah.
999. That's what I
Wow.
hear.
You know, it,
hypothetical barrels we can fit in this
it,
hypothetical
it
yeah.
depends on if we can put the storage container where I would want it to be.
That's going to be a bitch to move, isn't it?
We don't know yet.
So a couple notes on this bourbon from MGP. These barrels were filled on June 18th. Shout out to my daughter Blair, her birthday of
Happy birthday.
2019. So they will hit 6 years June 18th. And this is not the more common mash bill that you see from MGP. Normally we get the 75-21-4. You see that quite a bit, but this is a 60-36-4 mash bill. So 60% corn, 36% rye, and then 4% malted barley. So much, higher rye mash bill. This is the same mash bill that you will find in Smoke Wagon. They typically use those 65-36 or what I say 60-36 4s. So
And you said this
Okay.
is just under 6 years old.
just under hit 6 in June. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
The nose versus the
Hello.
palate. I watched that video this morning.
Hello.
I don't know why it just popped into my head. I was like, I need to
Throw
watch
it out.
that.
Throw it
Throw
out.
it out. But I'll say that the nose and the palate are strangely more contrasting. I don't find like a strong connection between them, which I always find interesting when that takes place.
yeah.
Well, I think when we were there, he measured the ABV of 2 or 3 bottles.
Yeah, they were all hitting
they
around
were all around
120.
120.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, this being the first sip I've had in like 5 days, this is tasting hotter than what I remember last time I tasted. But
Yeah.
it's just my first
It's a
sip
fresh
of the
crack.
Yeah.
Fresh palate.
I haven't had anything for a while, so
I will say, Scott, like I do get more fruit on the nose and not so much on the palate. I think, at least with my first sip, I need to try it again. But
I'm getting some nice brown sugar notes on the palate.
yeah,
Apricot.
yeah.
Apricot on the nose.
I'm getting that on the palate. I was
Are
going
you?
to say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Haven't picked up too much on the palate yet.
Yeah, the palate is. Now this is not what we would call one of those grain forward.
No.
No,
The
not
grain
at all.
is definitely masked in this, and it's much more about the maturity and the barrel, and that's what you get from MGP.
Yep.
Right? I mean, they're not known as a grain forward
Right.
company.
They're stripping everything out that
Exactly.
possibly
Barley
have
comes
that
through
note
pretty
to
well
it.
on it.
Yeah, What was that, Hein?
I think the barley.
malted barley comes through a lot more than I expected.
yeah, especially at 4%.
Wow.
So I think just initially solid, nothing flawed in it to me. It's kind of a standard good
It's just a
6-year
good
bourbon.
Yeah. I kind of want to like. I kind of feel like it could be like a 60% base in a blend.
Yeah.
I could agree with that. It seems to finish really quickly.
Do I think it should be a single barrel? No.
No.
At least not right now.
I would agree.
Yeah. So
But do you think a finish would taint it?
I don't think it's a
think
matter
so.
of
It's a
Not
finish.
not a finish. Yeah.
I don't think
just
I'd do
a
it.
blend.
I'd just do a blend.
I was gonna say because I think a finish would ruin the
You could-
foundation it's got.
You could blend it, or you could do even double oak it. I mean, this would be a good double oaker, I think. Don't
Yeah.
you think? Yeah.
Yeah.
it has potential
It,
for sure.
it definitely can do that. This is really, really interesting. Like when we've done single barrel picks, lots of times the distiller's going through and they're picking barrels that they think would be good quality single barrels, right? No matter where you're going. They're always going to be like, yeah, you don't have free reign of the rickhouse. You don't just go taste whatever. We've got 5 barrels or 10 barrels or whatever that we kind of know are potentials for single barrels. This is not the case. We're just tasting as if we made it, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you just bought barrels and you kind of get what you get, and then you decide from there, am I going to blend it, finish it, age it more? What's going to happen? Because you're not changing anything from distillation. I mean, that's already
No.
done, right?
No.
It's
No,
got
no.
5+ years in it.
Right.
So this is really interesting. This is more like what distillers do when they go out into the rick house and try and just determine which barrels are going to have what qualities. Is this a foundational barrel? Is this
Yeah.
a really crazy flavor that we're just going to add a 10% or a 5%
I was
into
thinking,
a blend?
I was just thinking like percentage wise too, and like even without tasting anything else, this would be like a 10 to 15 starter for me, or maybe a finisher,
Yeah.
like at the last 15%.
Really? I would have put
For
this as
me-
a foundation.
That was
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if it has much of a foundation pour for me to blend. Like let's say like JMAT, like we do that, you know, right? Like we'll go pick 5 or 6 things to blend together.
Yeah.
I think this one would be like 3 or 4 on my list.
See, you've done it. I've not done
Yeah.
it.
See,
So to
We'll
me,
have to
I,
go- we'll
I
have
look
to
at it.
check
Could I
everyone.
sit down and drink this all day long? Sure, it's
Yeah.
fine. It's,
Yeah.
it's totally drinkable. It's not offensive. There's nothing glaring about it. But that also means I'm not sitting here going, "Holy shit!" Like
Right.
this is doing so. So that's why I thought it was foundational.
See, I
That's a
think
good
so
call.
too, because I remember when we were finishing off our percentages, what we ended up doing was going for like the funkiest barrel that we would never have bought by itself to add that to it, because that balanced out the sweetness or
Sure.
in his case, the spice
Yeah,
level and stuff.
yeah.
And it really did that more. I think this one would almost get lost if you add it to the end, only because there is some sweetness there. I mean, this is really weird. And again, going 5 days without a cigar or a drink, I feel like my palate's just like blowing up right now. But it's almost like a cross between the butterscotch candies and the cinnamon disc candies.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
It's like it wants to go butterscotch, but it can't, and it wants to go cinnamon disc, but it can't. But it's right in between somewhere, and that's a really weird
I
combination.
mean, you could say another 2 years, and it makes a great single barrel.
it could
Potentially.
It very well could. This could be a really good 8-year product.
That's funny because those little cinnamon discs are so chalky.
Yeah, this
You get that nose now, like it has
Yeah.
that like chalky like Necco wafer.
I love Neckos.
Dude,
Oh,
me too.
I can eat a case of those in one setting.
Gross.
there's
Oh, the
definitely heavy
greatest.
baking spice on the finish.
There is.
Well, guys,
But-
why don't you guys just eat sidewalk chalk while you're at it?
Yeah, right.
I will. yeah.
I would if they tasted like
I love
Neckos.
circus peanuts, so
My mom loved those growing up. She would eat those all
I
the
just
time.
don't like the texture of them, like the rubbery kind of.
Did you guess who ate paste in elementary school?
Mike likes Mike
I
likes
did.
soft nuts in his
I ate
mouth.
glue when I was a child.
I don't like soft nuts in my mouth.
Mike
No.
does.
Right? No.
I do. Yeah, I soak them
You
first.
need to have some crunch.
Oh god.
This has a good like leather quality though. With the sorry, Jack, I just said leather.
Leather.
With the cigar.
Sorry,
And
Jack,
this
that you
one.
never played Little League baseball.
And chewed on your
Chewed
baseball
on your
glove.
baseball glove. Jeez. Even I did that for 1 year.
Yeah.
Don't make
I
me
did it
talk
for
about
many,
licking
many,
pennies
many
again.
years.
All right, this is pretty good.
Copper
All
tin.
right.
I like this. Yeah.
I,
so
I actually like this a lot.
I
like
do
it's,
too.
This is kind of like if you were like just getting into bourbon and, you know, hey, what's like an everyday, just, you know, regular $25, $30 bottle? I wouldn't be upset with this.
Call it Wilsel Hayden.
Wilsel Hayden.
Don't do that to him. Come
no,
on.
no,
Well,
because
it's a
then you
good
have to add,
starter.
Not like
you have to
that.
add 3 bottles of water in each bottle. So
Yeah.
to make it,
In fact, you got to find the softest water. You need to go take your water softener, turn it to 11,
Cocky and the Snowman.
and then mix it with this. God, what is it about Basil Hayden? It's so freaking just.
it's so light.
It's so soft.
Honestly, what Basil Hayden is for the person that wants to get into fancier bourbons, but doesn't have a palate for it yet.
It's a cool bottle.
Right.
It's a cool bottle. It's not a bad
It's for those
product.
transitioning, is that what you're saying?
Kind of, yeah.
It's a good transitional bourbon. So it's speaking of adding water to things. Have you seen Whistle Pig's newest ploy on there?
No.
They're using what is that stupid canned water?
Liquid death?
That
Liquid
one.
Death?
Oh,
they're-
really?
They're proofing down with liquid death
That's hilarious.
water.
Why?
Murder your thirst.
Why?
It's literally a gimmick. That's all it is.
Because the people who buy Whistle Pig are also into pit vipers apparently, and they wear those stupid sunglasses that everyone fucking loves.
Most people that buy Whistle Pig have basically a lot of disposable income.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly how
There's
I
like
feel.
3 affordable things from Whistle Pig.
I've never had a Whistle Pig that I've really loved. I've tasted them.
The
they're like,
piggyback
eh,
rye is pretty good for a 6-year.
It was okay.
Is
but
that-
None of them are
$50.
bad.
I remember.
They're
Yeah.
not bad. They're just like, what's the deal?
They're overpriced.
Yeah.
So I bought my my son-in-law or my son-in-law. Yeah. My stepson and his cousin or his best friend for Christmas. Whistle Pig came out with a Big Poppy edition. So they finished the rye with Big Poppy Ortiz's baseball bats.
So are they
shaved
big
down.
Ortiz fans?
Yeah, yeah.
Are they big Ortiz
Oh, they're
fans?
huge baseball fans.
Have you bought?
Yeah.
You should buy him a box of the cigars.
Of a Big Poppy?
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
I didn't know he
he's
had
got
them.
2 different blends now.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So finished with maple baseball bats.
Game
cool.
used baseball bats covered
Yeah,
in
I'm
pine
like-
tar.
Gosh,
Did
I'm
they-
tasting
did they-
pine tar in this
Yeah,
one.
what do you do? I mean, you like
Large cork content.
Wow.
Tastes like tar. Tastes like
Wow.
cigarettes.
Wow.
I would've
bourbon
thought
ain't got
we
no
had a
legs.
Forrest Gump reference.
Tastes like cigarettes.
But Lieutenant Dan.
All right,
You
so
ain't
number
got
2
no
here.
legs.
let's go to number 2.
Number 2. Let me make sure I got number 2.
All right, so while we're
Sorry
pouring
about
number 2, we went to the Harrah's award ceremony last night for the ISA Association, the Indiana Standard Bread Association. Rob was sick, unfortunately,
Yeah.
so he had to miss out. It
That
was fun.
sucked. Yeah.
Lisa, Keith, and me and Jen went. It was a good time. Some cocktails, some good food.
Saw some good
pretty good.
pictures
Yeah.
and a lot of good
It was a
fun
nice
things.
time. Yeah. Driver of the year was Trace Tetrick.
And rightfully so.
Yeah.
He had a hell of a year.
Up
He had a
and
hell of a year.
coming, or what? I can't remember what the actual award was. I brought the book. It's in my
Oh,
backpack.
I've got it over there.
Hey, Jen, can we grab my award book from last night?
I know mine's over here somewhere too.
Huh? I did. Yeah, it's in the big pouch.
So did he win that because he won the most races or the most money, or how does that work?
I
I
think
think
it's
it was a combination of money, placement.
It's point standings, wasn't it?
Yeah, because it's about winnings. What'd you do? Did I pour a lot?
It looked like it.
Oh shit! Shut up.
I was like,
judge me.
You were talking, and then you just poured like
Yeah,
a
I
normal
did.
pour.
Hey, Mike,
you weren't thinking
that
of
is the only sample I have.
So, Power Mutual Driver of the Year was Trace Tetrick. Secured his 11th straight Hoosier Park driving title on the strength of 281 victories and over $3.7 million in purse earnings.
Damn.
Sire Stakes winners include Tarzan, Hope You Like the Show, Mart's Telly, and C's Flying Co-Pilot.
Don't they get like 10% off the top? Isn't that what they take? Was it
I don't
something
know.
like that? You guys remember?
I don't remember the
They
percentage.
told us.
They did
Yeah, we
tell
had a
us.
whole podcast about it.
Yeah.
They told us.
We should probably listen to our podcast.
We probably should go back.
We should.
We'll have to go back and listen to that one before we start the season up again.
Yeah, so there was, Doug Rideout, Clint Coy, Larry King, Tyler George. Victory Hill Farms was honored. Robert Taylor is part of that. John DeLong was there. There's a lot of people that were there. Tony gave us a shout out for being a new partner, new family of the track. So we got a shout out during the award ceremony, which was cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Met some politicians. Hobnobbed.
Yeah, I mean,
Hobbed about
Heard
knobs.
you met the
That's-
lieutenant governor.
We met the lieutenant governor.
Yep,
Micah Beckenworth and his assistant chief of staff.
yeah. And then they were doing giveaways. You had your ticket and you signed up for a raffle, I guess, pretty much is what it was. And so there's a funny story behind this too, and I want to get behind this. I'm not going to go into that too much, but Gene and I and Tony, they were here the other night. Gene and Tony are part of the track, and we were talking about wanting to buy into a horse. We've been talking about that
We've
this
talked
whole
about it.
season.
Yeah.
And found out that it's like $250 to buy into a horse. You get all the information about the horse throughout the year, what their earnings are,
costs,
everything,
yeah.
medical, all the
Yeah.
stuff. But you get to actually see the process of owning a horse. So we were talking about that. So it'd be really fun to have one that we have for the members and one for the podcast, or one for the lounge, whatever, and actually be able to go through that process. And then Lisa goes out and ends up winning
I believe Lisa
winning
said she
a.
wanted her own.
She might. Yeah. She wants to call it Rob's
On her
ass.
own merits.
Yes, and that's fine. She won it. So, but she got a credit to buy a horse. So we're going to be buying into a couple,
share.
one or two horses.
A share
of a
of a
horse.
horse.
Yes.
do
Not-
you
Yeah.
get to choose
Buying
which
in-
one you want?
Yeah, you get to
yes,
pick the
we got to
egg.
go to the sale.
It's an auction.
We got to go to the
Yeah.
sale
Okay.
and then
You go to the incubators and you
bid
pick the
into
egg.
whatever we want to.
The
Whatever
horsey
horse.
egg.
Yeah, horse egg.
You got to inseminate it yourself.
So maybe what we can do is we
Roll
get
up your
John
sleeves.
DeLong
Get in
or
there.
one of the boys to go with us
That would be cool.
and tell us which one we
Yeah.
should buy into.
Right.
Lisa,
I was
what are
about
we
to say-
calling this
It
horse?
took me a while to get milk out of that cow, but once I got it going,
He wouldn't leave me alone.
What's
We
the
got
name
a
of this
bowl.
horse?
Rob's
Rob's
ass.
ass.
Rob's ass.
I don't think we get the
Ass.
option of naming the horse though. Also known as only
That
on
will
our
be an
podcast.
that will be his alias or
Yes.
her alias.
If we get two, we definitely got to get Lisa's foot.
Yes, Lisa's foot coming up Rob's ass.
She's always finishing in second. Did you? So that was pretty cool. I was really grateful that they invited us all to go. I wish I could have been there, but
It was a good
you
time.
guys got to go and
Yeah, it was a good
represent us.
time.
It was
Great food.
Yeah,
I
saw
ate
the
cheesecake.
food. Yeah.
Yeah, I
But that
mean,
went well.
getting the time I've spent hanging out with Tony in here and Gene. I mean, love talking to those guys. Lots of stories they can tell about his history in the casino industry, and it's fun.
Tony's got some
Hang out
stories.
with
There's
them.
some
Yeah.
stories.
So there's a lot of
There's
stories.
definitely some stories.
Tony's got a lot of stories.
That's
so
the thing about those two. You get to talking to them, and you realize they're just like us, except for they're in horse racing.
yeah,
It's like, I mean, really, it's just another vice they've got that we don't have. Well, we do have now, but we didn't have. So,
yeah.
but they're
I
good,
can
good
still bet on
guys.
horse racing.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
let's
true.
talk bourbon.
Talk number 2
Yes.
here.
So totally got some of that kind of bubblegum, confectioner, sugar elements on the nose to me.
Ooh, I like that.
A little
Yeah.
darker on the nose,
Yeah, it's
not
got
as bright.
I don't get any fruit.
no fruit at all. No, to me it's all like kind of that I don't know, that high sugar note.
Yeah,
It's like a dark brown sugar kind of thing going or something.
I feel like the mouthfeel on this one isn't quite up to what number 1 was. Little less viscous.
It's a little thinner, yeah.
A little thinner.
I
Finish
like-
still is there. Very a similar finish to me than on one, but I still think one probably is a little more complex than this.
This one seems sweeter.
This one
Yeah.
seems sweeter, but this one I felt like the finish was a little longer than the first one, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe it's just me.
close. Yeah,
I mean, honestly, they're totally different, and they're the same mash bill.
Okay, I was about to ask, are they the same mash bill?
Yeah, all these
All
are,
six
age.
of
yeah, they're all the same mash bill, and they're all within what? Like there was 2 batches.
yeah. It's all same fill date. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
All out,
Okay,
same run. Yeah. So, just
interesting.
different, properties in the barrel.
Different
as well.
oaks for different folks.
Nice.
Only oaks.
Only oaks.
Yeah, this definitely is not ready for single barrel life. In my opinion, I would pass on this one. But again in a blend.
It does seem significantly thinner.
Yeah.
In a blend, though, I do think it would bring some sweetness to whatever you
See,
blend
that's
it
what
with.
I was thinking is
Yeah.
maybe we pay attention to what
Especially
we're
on the
drinking, and maybe
nose.
we take a couple of them and blend a couple and see what they do.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say a
That's interesting.
5 to 7% on this one
Yeah. Just
in a
light-
blend. Just a little bit to add a nice little kind of sweet note
Yeah.
to it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and so
Man,
we talk about
like it,
bourbon,
though.
right? Like for these types of bourbons, you can run them past 8 years. You can go 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, 15, but you run the risk of them becoming over oaked and astringent.
yeah.
And they always say the sweet spot's in that 6 to 8 year range, right? So
Yep.
anything more than that, you're kind of taking a little gamble, but you can also reap some really good whiskey too going along.
This one seems like it could do with some age.
I don't think this one would hurt it at all.
No,
No.
I don't.
don't.
I don't feel like it would cause a problem. Yeah, it could use it.
I mean, it's got the oils in it. I mean, it's got legs on it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was looking at that too.
The
The
finish,
legs
like
are
you
on there
said.
pretty nice, but it doesn't come across on the palate as much as,
No,
as that
it has
viscous.
a finish, but it's not an overbearing finish.
Yeah.
It's subtle,
Yeah.
but it's still a longer finish.
So
than the
what was
first
it? It was the ones that the higher floors have the sweeter.
Correct.
Yeah.
yeah.
So this seems like it would be at least a mid to mid high. Yeah.
So I would have to ask Drew. I bet Drew knows where this was, what warehouse this was, or what rickhouse this was in, and where it was at, but I don't
See,
know.
I think the
that.
level would make a difference on this one
Yeah.
compared to the first one.
But I know Drew's got a guy, I can't remember his name, Drew Black with Circle City Whiskey. When he buys these MGP barrels, he's got a guy that he calls. He's like, hey, tell me about this particular lot. He's like, well, or this warehouse. He's like, well, this warehouse sits over on this hill, and it's at this point of the river, so you're going to get these kind of notes on it. And he's like, damn, if that guy isn't usually spot on with his notes. So it's kind of like his little guy and his little
Little hat
bag
trick.
of tricks to call this and pick
The
this guy's
almanac
brain. when
man.
he's-
Well, you kind of have to, right? I mean, if at some point, if you're going to be picking barrels to do blends, trying to find a single barrel that hits a particular palate, you know what your club is or anything like that. Yeah, you got to know.
Yeah.
You got to learn that stuff.
We get any interaction on
Yeah,
Facebook?
Oh, Brandon's
Brandon-
out there getting ready to smoke some
007's
wings.
here.
Nice.
James
he's
Bond's
out there smoking
out
some
there.
wings.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
Bring some, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can bring them in.
Chris,
Yes,
run home and
please.
smoke some. We'll have a wing off.
Wing off.
So we are planning on doing, of course, a live stream from Harris Hoosier Park on March 14th, which is going to be their opening day of spring.
Jeez.
So there will be more information to come on that as we talk with Gene and Tony. I talked with Gene and Tony last night, and Gene had mentioned that he's already lining up drivers for us to talk to again. So
Good.
may even just hardline it to the suite, and we just they just pop in right after the race if they don't have a race to follow. That way we can sit there and
Is
smoke.
The opening day, do they have like a pretty couple
Supposedly.
large purse races, like the big boy
Supposedly,
races?
yeah, a couple larger purse races, and then I think he said that there's usually a shit ton of people there
Just because.
just because of opening
Opening
day.
day.
Yeah, it's a Friday.
Okay, I
so-
took a puff off of this cigar and then just finished a little bit because I did a pretty light pour.
Yeah.
And I got a freaking cinnamon bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolute cinnamon
Yeah.
bomb on this thing.
Yeah.
That was pleasant.
I definitely pulled cinnamon on the finish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah, it was like right after I took a
with the
puff on
cigar,
the cigar. It just
Yeah, a lot of cinnamon.
yeah, that kind of surprised me. Like I was just thinking, okay,
Spice,
let's get to the next one.
yeah,
I'll,
candy.
I'll just throw this one down real quick, and then it was like, okay, wow.
There we
Will's
go.
There we
fireball
go.
batch.
Yeah, yeah.
Will's balls.
But he likes them crunchy.
He does,
Or frozen.
or frozen.
And in a small hammock.
Yep. This is Will's
Yeah.
denim, Will's wood,
His California.
Will's juice.
Or his,
All right, let's try
Canadian.
Brandon
Oh.
for number 3.
Shit, yeah.
All right.
Just pour me a little bit.
his Canadian swimwear.
Canadian swimwear.
good.
This was a denim. Let's see what else we got in here. Yeah, so I got a bone to pick with the lieutenant governor's dad because apparently found out last night he shared the story that his dad was the one that created Moose Tracks ice cream.
Ooh, I like Moose Tracks.
I do too, but guess what I can't eat?
Ice cream.
Yeah, so I wrote a letter to Purple Cow one day because I wanted them to. I literally
Of course
did.
you did.
I did. I wrote a letter to Purple Cow. I still haven't answered because I wanted them to do a non-dairy Moose Tracks.
Oh, there you
Never
go.
responded. So
Dearest Purple Cow. It's been my live stream
Well,
to try and push that.
Doesn't Moose Track have like milk chocolate in it too?
It does.
Which
I mean,
doesn't really
so
work
much.
for you.
Caramel and-
Yeah, it's got
Yeah.
all the milk
got all
stuff,
the
man.
milks.
they
Like,
can do it.
you're
Okay.
like,
Oh, I'm sure they can,
the
but
hell?
is it
You
going
get
to
the-
taste any good?
They probably read that and were like, "This guy's an idiot." I don't think he knows what milk is. So, Mr. Lieutenant Governor's dad, I know you're listening to this because you listen every week. Please make a non-dairy version, or tell your people to do it.
This has got just a little bit of smokiness in it.
I always like that.
Yeah.
And it's not because you're smoking.
It's almost like a cross between the first two.
Well, just on the nose, I'm like, man, I want some barbecue with this.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
right now, like there's something.
It's got that
Yeah.
kind of fatty,
Yeah.
smoky.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always like
It's
that.
a pork belly crust.
Yeah, yeah, pork belly. Yeah.
Chicharrones. Oh shoot. That has a much different palate than
Very
the other
soft.
two. Very, very
It
soft.
is.
But good.
Less sweet.
But
It does
in-
not taste proofy at all.
No.
Not even a
No.
little.
Kind of has that
You
buttery
said
kind
all
of thing
these
going.
were around 120?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably within a couple points
That's
either way.
wild.
But to be fair, we don't know 100%.
No.
This
Right.
could
No.
be an outlier.
So you're
but-
guessing.
Yeah.
We said pork belly a second ago, and the oils in this almost hit your mouth
Like pork belly.
like pork
yeah.
belly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got nice legs. Look at the viscosity
God,
on this.
I don't often get like a meaty quality out of many bourbons.
When I do, I love it. It's always a nice, pleasant flavor.
The finish is there though, and
It is.
it's not drying.
No,
clarified butter seems like a weird thing to say, but
I was thinking butter a minute
It's
ago. That's why I
smooth.
said
I
that.
love
yeah.
how it
Not
it-
smooth,
it's,
but, like,
it's soft, but it's very
silky,
coating. And
yeah.
so silky, and then it kind of just brings it this nice warm finish. I love it. I like this one.
You could
that one could
that
be
that
an
could
outlier
possibly
for sure.
be. You could possibly single barrel that. I feel like it might get a little heavy.
I'd like to know the actual proof on it
Yeah, yeah.
because that's kind of confusing.
I mean, I'm guessing 115.
I was going to say about 110.
Yeah, it doesn't taste as hot, but we're also into our third bottle.
Right.
So
Right.
What's that got to
we
do
are
with it?
calibrated.
we're already
we
calibrated.
are
yeah.
officially calibrated.
That's all it is.
Gotta keep
This
it
is 101.
calibrated.
So yeah,
See how it goes with the cigar.
It works.
so it just goes to show you, like, same run, same areas of the rick house, same mash bill, same wood,
Night and day difference.
totally different. taste.
All three
Yeah.
totally different.
Take a sip and then go back to your cigar.
Oh, yeah?
And it reminds me of like a char grilled, ribeye.
You know what I'm
It's got
thinking
that kind
of?
of charry kind of note of a ribeye.
I'm thinking of bar bacon with dipped just a little bit in some dark chocolate.
Okay.
I'm so glad you said
that's-
that
I
because
would
everyone
like-
else said I was weird for chocolate covered bacon.
Oh,
Oh
That's
no,
just
I love
amazing.
chocolate
Oh,
covered
God.
bacon.
Dude, that's amazing.
So good.
It is.
So
It
next
is.
time I do candied bacon, it's going to be chocolate
You know-
coated candied
what
You know what
need
the
to do.
best bars in the world are the bars that just put at happy hour. They put jars
Bacon.
full of bacon
Yes.
out.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Like there's nothing better than sitting at a bar eating a strip of bacon.
Yeah.
So you get your popcorn pan out, put some bacon grease in it. Pop your popcorn in bacon grease instead of oil.
There you go.
Then crunch up a bunch of cooked
Choc-
bacon.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And then drizzle it in chocolate sauce.
Ooh.
That
You're
sounds
bringing out my fat guy.
You will never be skinny again.
That sounds terrible, Will. You should make some and bring it in and let us try
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
like a
Problem,
great
if I
apple.
make it, it doesn't go anywhere. It's gone. Same thing with the
Sounds like
candy
pie.
bacon.
Will
Podcast
loves
crackers.
sharing nasty shit. So
Oh man, New Jersey Mike. This is Jesus. I just joined the conversation and now I'm starving.
you're welcome.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
welcome,
New
Mike.
Jersey Mike, we know.
Welcome to
us,
the party.
you know. Yes, yes.
Just a quick recap for those of you that did just join us, like New Jersey Mike. We are tasting Will's juice, his barrels that he has purchased, and he went and thieved some for us.
5 of the 65.
Yes, 5 of his 65 barrels, and these are all the same mash bill. They're all the same date, basically, the same barrel date,
Or barrel date.
fill date, and we have had 3 completely different
Different
bourbons.
ones. Yeah.
Same ingredients, same processes, same
Probably
everything,
sitting next to each other in the rick house.
and
Yeah.
all 3 completely different.
Yeah.
So, based on this far, on your own flavor profiles, what do you rank them?
1.
This is number 1, the one that we're
Number one.
drinking.
This, yeah, for sure.
1 and then 2, which is bottle
first
number
one.
1.
Yes.
And
3.
then 3 for bottle number 2.
Yep.
Same here, yeah.
And
yeah.
so far, I'm still thinking like if we were to blend these 3 together, which could be interesting, I would still do like a 60% from bottle 1. I'd probably do like a 10 to 12% on bottle 3, and then just like a 4 or 5% on bottle 2.
I would go differently.
I would
I would
too.
leave 2 all out
Out
together
completely?
because I don't know where its place is in these 3. I would go
65,
80.
35.
I'd go 80 on that and probably 20 or 75, 25.
Yeah,
on
because
that.
that'll lighten it up just a little bit.
And
Wait, on
this'll
which,
bring a
wait,
little better
75,
finish.
25 on, I don't know which these are.
Number
on,
one.
so-
This is number 3.
Yes.
Oh,
three.
okay.
I'd
So you
probably
would
do it in
base
order.
number 3 as
I'm going high
that's
on
your
3.
foundation.
I like
Okay.
that one a lot.
Okay.
yeah.
See, I like it a lot, but I kind of wonder what it's going to do when it blends with something that
Well,
I
maybe we'll
viewed
try
as
that.
foundational. in
Well,
one.
for science, we should do that.
For
we
science.
will. Well, we got 2 more bottles to taste, and then what
Yes,
we
and
do
then
is
we'll start blending what
we
we
should
wanna
each
blend.
do our own blend based on these 5 and
Yeah.
pick whichever ones, all 5, 2 of them, whatever.
I agree.
And you wanted to bring 10.
Honey said, that's a bad idea. Will."
Right.
I'm like, yeah, you know, you're probably right.
Do you remember Hacienda? Oh, you weren't there.
It was funny because yesterday morning we went to breakfast, and he was reading that message, and he was like, "But I'm Will." And we were like, "Yeah, he was talking to you."
Hello, Will.
He was
It's
like,
Will.
"Yes, that is a bad idea." Welcome, Will. Welcome to
Yeah,
the party.
welcome to the conversation.
It was pretty funny. Speaking of breakfast yesterday, went to breakfast with Grant Because today's his birthday.
Yeah.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
Shout out
birthday,
to Grant.
Grant.
Happy birthday, bud.
Everybody tell Grant happy birthday.
002.
002.
002.
Yeah, this one's good.
It is really good.
I'm almost on the fence about blending this one because I'd almost like it to be a single barrel.
I feel like it would get a little
With a little more
heavy.
age.
I feel like it'd get a little heavy on my palate.
Do you want me to get you a liquid death and you can blend it with that?
Oh, that'd be great. Thanks. Yeah. I don't know.
Sugar-free Red Bull.
I love the fatty content, like that smoky bacon fat flavor that comes from it. But I just always worry that they can start to like kind of make your palate get a little fatigued. Right? I want something that I can keep
could see
going
that.
back to.
Yeah.
That's why I'm kind of like, I like this as a component in a blend
I could see that.
versus having it as the foundation. But I don't know. We'll try that at the end.
Yeah.
In the second half, the latter
knows?
half of the podcast.
So we have to call number 3 the fat bat bottle.
Fat
Mm-hmm.
bat.
Back
Bottom
bottle.
Betty.
Yeah, there you go. Love it.
Absolutely.
All right,
Bottom
so
Black
as,
Betty.
as we're getting into number 4 then, what else are we talking about? We talked about Grant's birthday.
Yep.
Oh, man. You guys need to go find my link on my Facebook page and vote for my dog to win America's favorite pet.
Yeah.
Because, believe it or not, we're poor. And the prize is $10,000. And apparently he had another episode of a stroke, apparently.
Aw.
And so he's not walking really well. So he's having some more medical issues. So vote for my dog.
Come on, Gus.
Yeah.
Get your shit together.
I know. Howard's really sad right now because he wants to play with him and doesn't understand why he can't. So he'll just like run up to him and jump on him and push him over. And then Gus tries to get up and play with him because he doesn't care.
And then Gus is like, ooh, that's
Yeah.
a good idea.
Yeah, and then he'll yell at me because he hurt himself again. So, other than that, my only other note was New Riff is releasing a 2024 Balboa Rye. Rob actually liked that one.
Wait a second, 2024?
Yeah.
Balboa?
Well,
Or
Isn't it?
2025.
Or is it 2025?
I guess it's 25. The email said 24, but maybe it was bottled in 24 and they're releasing it now because it is only January still. But they haven't released it since 2019, so this will be their next release of it. But
So-
I really liked it.
This one on the palate has
That was a lot.
it has a lot of baking spice notes, kind of like, I mean, some of those odd ones like cardamom or you know,
I love that note.
that's what I'm getting in this one is
All
more
right.
of the baking spice, not as much of the fruit or anything.
Now I'm
in there,
excited
but
because I feel like people look at me weird when I say cardamom out of stuff like that, but
most people don't know what it tastes like.
Cardamom,
You never
thanks
taste
for
it.
asking.
See, I'm not on the nose though. I get a decent amount of. I get some citrus. I get
Yeah.
some,
Yeah.
The nose is definitely
Cherry.
different.
See, I'm getting some orange peel on the palate even.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't tasted.
I haven't
that.
tasted it yet.
yeah, I think citrus
Yeah, I
covers
can see
pretty much
citrus
all of
on
it.
the palate too. But I get a lot
It's
of
a
those
little thinner.
little baking spice notes
It's not
all
as
over
viscous, not as oily.
Seems more like number 2.
It's got a little more oak, I think. A little more tannic oak note
it. That
to
could
it.
be where the baking spice notes are coming from too.
Yeah, this
Were you
seems-
getting that cardamom on the nose or the palate, Rob?
Palate.
Palate, okay.
Okay, so right now I'm like, this is gonna bring some nice high notes to a in a
To a
blend.
blend.
Yes.
Yes.
This is what you want your finisher to be,
Yeah.
like on a high note. Like,
See, I'm thinking 1, 3, and this one together in different quantities would be really good together.
It could work really well. Yeah. Yeah. It's
Stiff nose.
yeah, it's kind of I don't know, it's almost like leaving a little something on my lips that's kind of it's probably just a lot of high note stuff.
Because your lips.
Is all he missed. Your lips.
I'm
are
not
all-
doing karaoke
Isn't it your
today.
kiss?
It's,
Whatever.
No, it's because
Is
your
on
lips
my
are on
list?
his.
Your lips
Yeah,
are
whatever.
I told
on
you I know
my-
0 songs.
Your lips.
That was Loggins and Messina, right?
What makes you think I know who sang it?
He doesn't know the words. You think you know who sang it?
I don't know if this is number 4. I don't know if it really pairs with the cigar.
Man.
No, I don't
was going
think
to
it
say that
pairs
too.
with
the
I
cigar.
get a real like piney quality out of both of them. It's kind of
knocking
weird.
the spice
Yeah.
off of the cigar for sure.
Yeah, I got a real like piney note.
But I also don't think it's a single barrel.
It was a pine barrel.
You almost get that,
Oh, this
that
was
mouth
finished
coat
in
feel.
baseball bat.
This one was finished with used Christmas trees.
Get a nice tar note.
Are you,
I
were you
do.
shitting us, or is that really
I'm
what
not kidding
they
you.
really
No, I do
did
get the
that?
pine.
100%.
They really took maple baseball bats. What did they do? Like shred them up and then toast them up and drop them in?
I think they shaved them down and
First, they took
Dropped
the
'em
cork
in.
out of the center.
Right.
yeah, charred them and dropped them in the
They're the ones the bat dog
There.
used to retrieve, so he peed on it first.
Ah,
And then
perfect.
they- yeah.
to get that salty quality.
This one tastes like taffy. I broke
100%
Scott.
a gimmick. 100%
I
a
know,
gimmick.
right?
So,
it is totally given.
That's like boiled peanuts in the South, right?
Exactly.
Boiled
Oh,
peanuts.
don't start talking shit. Jen will hit you.
Boiled peanuts in the South though are huge, and like
Yep.
my grandma would always say, "Oh, you get the extra salty ones. Those are the ones that the dog peed on."
That's
like, great,
right.
Grandma.
Hey, Josh Prine's out there snowboarding on Perfect North.
Is he really?
Yeah, listen to the podcast. Shout
Don't
out
hurt
to-
yourself, bud.
What a
Shout out to
stupid
Josh.
thing to say. Safe sloping. What a loser. What an idiot. Can I delete that?
Really, what you said? Safe sloping.
Safe sloping, Josh.
Safe
sloping,
sloping.
Josh.
Wow.
What a nerd.
So you can respond, safe slurping.
And nobody likes you. I can't believe I haven't made that a
God.
button yet.
Harmony's brought to you by Scott the Show.
Yeah, I
Hey,
definitely
that's all
don't
I can
think
do. I don't sing lead.
these pair great together.
What?
I don't think they go that great together.
Okay, good. Yeah, you're
I
right.
could have sworn
Yeah.
you said they did. And
I
was
thought
like,
you
did
no,
too.
we
Like,
just
what?
said they didn't.
But
I
I,
don't think
just
they do.
totally got the strong pine that you were talking.
It's so
whoever
weird.
said that. It's
Yeah,
like crazy pine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
And,
Yeah.
and it's this cigar just became extremely earthy and
Yeah.
herbal and
And no spice.
That's weird.
I don't like
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's a weird pairing.
Yeah, it's like you walk into Hobby Lobby at Christmas time and just get hit with that.
I feel like I'm sucking on a car air freshener.
Black ice.
And the pine, man, that green pine tree, like. Gross.
God, do you normally suck on?
Yeah, I had it on my baseball mitt.
Leave Scott's oral fixation out of this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Hey,
Mr.
there's
Big.
Keith.
Keith, everyone.
What's up, Keith?
What's up, buddy? Good,
Keith's
how you
here.
doing, man? I am better. Yes, thank you.
Long time no see.
Thanks-
He's
thanks
4
for-
bourbons in, so he's feeling real good
Yeah,
now.
thanks for dating my wife last night for me, buddy. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have said that out loud. Or live on a podcast.
Live
fine.
to
It's
billions of potential.
I literally
viewers.
told her, I said, you need to find someone to take. I told her, I said, you need to find someone to go. She's like, how about Keith? I'm like, well, I know you pick Keith, of course.
I wish we would have had a camera on her face right after you said that.
We broke Lisa.
She's like, talk about the horse. Jesus.
Yeah, she won
Yeah, let's go
$500.
$500.
Yeah,
We're
we
gonna get a
talked about the
horse.
We're going to get us a horse.
Buying a piece of a horse.
Yes, the left leg.
Oh my God, there's
left
No,
one
we're
leg.
buying all 4 hooves because we can sell that shit for glue later.
There you go.
All right, while we get out our 5th bottle,
Oh, man.
Let's
don't
hear from
smoke
Aladino.
while
Yeah, do
drinking.
our first
Yeah,
hit.
let's get
yeah,
let's
yeah.
pay
here.
some bills.
Stand by.
Final Third Cigar is Indiana's exclusive Aladino Cigar Lounge. Come to Final Third for a selection of over 20 different Aladino cigars, including the Cameroon, a wonderful cigar with nice light flavors. Make sure and visit Final Third, the Aladino exclusive cigar lounge for Indiana.
Thank you, Aladino.
Yeah,
And
thanks, guys.
I'm just going to put that anywhere.
And we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
So I will say I've been talking to Trey a little bit, and apparently Aladino's got a few new things coming this year that he's not able to talk much about. Justo's been down in Honduras kind of getting things set for that, so anxious to see what they come up with this year. You know, last year they did the first all Cameroon cigar. Don't know what they're doing this year, so I'm excited to see what
Heck
they're going to
yeah.
do.
Well, PCA is quickly approaching.
It is
so,
quickly approaching.
yeah.
April. Yeah, yep.
Maybe it won't be so
TPE
damn cold.
I think TPE is going on right now, or just went on, or something like maybe next week, something like that.
I wasn't sure when that started.
I think it's now. I
Now.
think it's right now. Yeah, yeah.
Now's always good.
Now's always good.
Now works. I just
Well-
want to. What's McAuliffe's new colors? Are they coming
It's
out with
gonna be
that?
purple.
Purple.
And we were the first to hear that too, by the way,
Oh, really?
on the show.
On the show.
Yeah. Even the boys at the Big Dog podcast up in the Northeast didn't get told that, even when they asked Amanda on the show, but we were told, so we were first. I got to throw that out
Which
there.
show's the big Northeast show?
Shout out to Jeremy, too.
What?
Cigar Authority.
Oh, yeah, Cigar
Yeah,
Authority.
yeah, yeah.
So is it?
Sorry, I
Those
got
guys
lost.
are doing good stuff. I like to give them crap.
Is it supposed to be between a blue and a red? Is that why? Like
It is, yes. It's going to be a
Okay.
combo between the blue and the red.
I like it.
It's got
And
the
then I
mild
believe
notes
they're
from the
coming
blue
out
and I
with
believe a lot
the
of pepper from
the
red.
white, which will be a Connecticut, and I think the green is going to be. I can't remember. I think it might be a Sumatra, but I'll have to ask. I'll have to ask Jeremy next time I see him.
Okay.
Jeremy, if you're listening to this, please text me and let me know.
They're gonna release the green around St. Patrick's Day,
I don't think so. Next one coming out is purple, and
so we can have it
that'll
with
be this
green
year.
beer.
No,
No,
we
they'll
don't.
wait till
Nobody
April
wants
for
green beer.
420.
Green beer, baby.
That way, when you throw it up,
If
it
you're
comes out green,
around,
too.
if you're around, well, I guess isn't St. Patrick's Day on Monday this year?
Who cares?
I think it is.
Yeah, because it was on Sunday last
Yeah,
year.
yeah. So see, you don't have to worry about it. Nobody will be handing them to you because you won't be at the lounge.
You'll be
Thank
closed.
God nobody in here came in here and asked for a green beer. Oh wait a minute, I'm sorry. Maybe Jen did. Like,
Jen probably
totally
did.
did. That's how we ended
Jen
up.
was like,
at
Rob,
Arizona.
why don't you have the green beer?
Or no, we went to Sun King. That's how we ended up at Sun King because
Oh, there you
we
go.
were searching for her green beer.
I'm digging the nose on this.
I am too. Actually,
See, the reason I
immediately
don't
was
like green beer is because normally when they make the green beer at bars, it's the shittiest beer
Yeah, it's like
possible.
Coors
Right.
or
It's
Miller
like,
Lite.
Banquet.
It's Natty Light, Bush Light,
no, like,
it is awful
Keystone.
it's awful beer.
beer.
Shout out Adele.
Yeah. Thanks, Adele. That was nice of you. That's
Yeah.
my daughter, Adele.
What you do?
She said Dad's voice is so smooth he could do an audio book about cigars.
Nice.
I agree.
Nice.
Okay.
Or an OnlyFans
or
page
like a
and it's no
rebranded
shirt.
whiskey company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Why don't we do a documentary on Will's?
Hey, there you go. I know a guy.
Will's bourbon.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Will's.
I was going to say, let's
Speedo.
don't and say we did.
Yeah.
Let's do it, but let's make you that like anonymous silhouette with a altered voice.
could do
This
an
would be
hour-
the dark years when
Yeah.
it comes
Could
out.
Do
in
an
his
hour
denim
documentary
Speedo.
on how many takes it took and the arguing that Becky and I had the whole time, and then she wouldn't help me up.
How she was not laughing during that? I figured it had to be multiple takes.
She
because,
was.
Yeah.
I
that
liked
is-
how when you got down in position and your one leg was under you, I'm like, oh, that hurts. It was hurting me just watching you sit there, and I'm like, well, he's in ice, so it's fine.
I like
Yeah.
the panic on his face when his sandals started to slide. on
Slipping.
the-
No.
And he thought he was going down.
Thank God there were no slick spots on your steps going down.
Oh,
too.
yeah, right.
Jeez.
Well, I went to flip flops because after take three or
three or
four, I
four.
was barefoot and I couldn't feel my feet anymore, so I had to.
you guys have to just go out and look. It's on all of our pages. It's stupidly
It's too
hilarious.
I would have had the perfect flip flops for you for that.
I know.
Yes,
I
yes.
know. Dick flops.
Oh,
Oh, I was
gosh.
gonna pull it up and play it. I was trying to airdrop it to my PC.
Don't you have your phone hooked to the board?
Yeah,
The
but
audio
it's-
would work, but not the video.
Yeah,
Oh,
we could
yeah,
play the
yeah.
audio.
Can you clip it in at the end?
I totally can. Let's see if
Yeah,
I'm
just
still
let it.
connected
Just,
to
just put
Bluetooth.
the whole thing at the end. That'd
There
be
you
fine.
go.
Well, we're doing both.
And besides
Okay.
that, go out there and look at it.
Yes.
You need
Would you
to
just look at
You
it?
need to go to the page, go
You
to
need to
everybody's
run this
pages,
up.
like, follow, subscribe, everybody here.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
150 views of me bundled up on Orange Beach with the snow coming down and the ocean in the background. And then Will goes out in the middle of Indiana winter in his
Yeah,
Speedo and gets 2,000 views on
You should have
Facebook.
totally nesty plunged your way into
You
the
know,
snow
I actually
ocean.
thought about it. I was really considering putting my shorts on and going out in
Because
the
you know that
water.
water
You
was
should've.
Water
warmer
temp
than
was
the air.
warm.
Oh, the water was 62 degrees.
It would have felt a lot
Yeah.
better getting in the water. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're at 1.9 on Will's reel.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, so thanks, Will, for
Okay, so
bearing it all.
So this bourbon to me is a lot like the first one.
I haven't tried it yet, but
So I'm back to more fruit notes that I hadn't gotten on the last three.
I feel like it's deeper than the first one was, though. I feel like there's more going
It's a
on.
little bit more complex,
More finish.
I
longer
but I don't
finish.
think it's as strong.
Well,
Like there's
that-
more going on, but I don't think it's as.
I'm just
potent
wondering
as
if that
this.
wasn't coming from the first sip of the day, because I know they're all really close to proof points, but that first one did taste hotter to me. But I think that was just the first sip of the day for
Yeah.
us too.
Yeah, I was just talking the intensity of the
Intensity of the flavors. Okay,
Of course, that could have been first pour issues,
sure.
Right.
but
Before we start smoking and
Yeah.
all that, yeah.
I like the balance on this
Yes,
one.
I do
like
too.
there's some transitions from the nose to the front, front palate to the back palate.
Yep.
the what? There's
The
no
front to-
zones.
There are zones.
There are zones. Jackie's wrong. Jackie, you're wrong.
The price is wrong, bitch.
No, I did take the tongue map off of the Cigar 101 coming up in February. I did take it off because I don't want to be chastised.
Should have
again.
doubled down.
Speaking of which, join us at the Final Third
Yeah.
Cigar and Whiskey Lounge every Wednesday?
Thursday.
Every Thursday for
In
Cigar
February.
101 in February.
One of those days.
Yep. Every Thursday in February, Cigar 101 with Rob. He'll teach you all the things cigar related.
Yeah.
If you're a beginner, you're an expert, doesn't really matter. You're probably going to learn something. And at the very least, you get to hang out with a bunch of good people and
Yeah.
talk
What-
cigars. And
What time is that, Rob? Is it 5 to 7?
Sure. No, I think it's 7 to 8. 7
7 to 8.
7 to 8 is the actual time frame, but then we'll continue past that.
It's
And
9
we'll
a.m.
just
to
keep
11
talking about
a.m.
it.
We open at 3.
Yes. Yes. Let me double check.
Yeah, double check that. We got to talk about upcoming events, too.
I was going to say, speaking of which, why don't we
Yeah.
grab the thing here and go on everything that's going on this month
Yeah.
coming up.
I'm working on it.
Can't read that far.
All right. So
can't
Can't
read
read
it
that far
either.
either.
So
Rob's got him.
Hey,
so
Liesel.
this coming week,
No, she's not listening.
this January 29th, that's Wednesday, we're having the fragrance rolling event. So Lisa made a good point. This is actually a fun thing for guys and girls to do. Obviously, girls are probably more into creating a fragrance and learning how to blend for a fragrance. It's kind of a fun thing. But if you're a guy and want to maybe make something special for your girl for Valentine's Day, come in here and you can make your own blend for her and make it something that you like, because obviously you're the one smelling it, not her.
Yeah, just
Exactly.
don't tell her that she stinks and that we need to go
Yeah.
do it.
Exactly.
Well, see, I was going to flip that. I was
exactly.
going to say, if you want your guy to smell more
Same
like
thing.
something you want to smell,
Right.
come in and blend him a
Yeah.
cologne. and
Same
you
exact thing, yeah. So that is this Wednesday,
But
January
I'm not
29th.
wearing fucking rose water. I'm just saying.
No, unless Janelle says that turns me on.
And then I'm
You're gonna wear it all the
Then I'm
time.
going to dump it all over me. That's
And
right.
Scott's like, I just took a bath in rose water.
Yes, I did.
Finished it off with a rosé and a cigar.
So we are quickly approaching January 31st. What is that, Saturday?
Yeah.
Next Saturday.
That
yeah.
is the end of our. That's the deadline for
Memberships.
the membership for this year. So
That's
Yeah.
right.
I
How
know
many
there's
are we
a-
up to now?
I think we're still
10,
at 10,
11.
but there's like 4 or 5 people that have been saying they want to get it before the end of the month.
They better get going.
Now's your time.
Get
so
in here and make it happen.
Get that this week, because we are going to close it off, a hard close, because I want to start planning for what we can do and how many people we have.
Anybody wants to go 50-50 on one, let me know.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No, get your own, damn it. All right, so, and then February 6th, 13th, 20th, and 27th are all Thursdays. That's Cigar 101. Again, like Scott said, we're going to be talking about all things cigars all the way through that, pairings, all that good stuff. We have the Super Bowl party, February 9th. So basically, it's not really much of a party, except for we'll probably have some, if you guys want to bring some snacks in or something, that's fine. But we're going to stay open late that night for the Super Bowl.
Do you have to say it's the big game party?
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's the big game party. It's not that super anyway, so no one cares.
Right.
So,
Let's go Bills and Commanders.
I just want the Commanders to win at this point. It's like they've already shown that they belong.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You
Did
know,
you
what? I
see-
want the Bills to win. I'm serious.
I really do, too.
Yeah.
I want the
They-
Bills to get there and get another loss in the Super Bowl.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I want.
Did you see?
Wow.
So the previous owner of the Commanders tweeted out something yesterday, or somebody asked him indirectly how he felt about them being good, and he was like, "I'm fucking pissed." I'm like, dude, you got $6.5 billion when you sold the team 2 years ago. Like, it's your fault.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You're why they sucked.
Do you know
Yes.
that Indian
Oh, the tribe.
The tribe
Yeah,
sued
they're
'em.
suing the Commanders to change the name
Change
back
the
to
name
the
back.
Redskins.
Well, because it was a tribute. It
was a
wasn't.
tribute.
It wasn't any
To their chief or
derogatory
whatever.
term at all. It's like you got these happy good do-gooders
Yeah,
out there
it's
that
just
want to
white
change
people doing
everything.
dumb
It's like,
white
come
people
on,
shit.
guys.
Yeah, they took it as breach of contract for a lifelong contract. As
It's
tribute to the
ridiculous.
tribe.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what? I hope
So-
what that does is that makes them change back to the Redskins. That's who they were.
Yeah, go Bills.
I'd love to see it do
You're
it.
damned if you do and damned
Yeah.
if you don't.
They are, yeah.
Go Bills.
March 1st is our 3-year anniversary week, so we're going to be doing stuff all week that week. We're going to be starting to talk about those. Lisa's starting to nail those down a little bit, getting some different things in here. We may have a little thing going with Harris. We're hoping
Yeah,
we
baby.
have that coming, so that'll be kind of fun, and that'll be a really cool thing if you guys. We'll tell you more about that when we actually nail it
Yeah,
down.
stay tuned for the 3rd anniversary.
For the third anniversary.
Thirth.
March 14th is opening day at Harrah's
Hell
for
yeah,
Hoosier
baby.
Racing.
Man, I am so ready for horse racing.
I am
be
too.
fun.
I went out and
love
looked at
gambling.
Yonkers Raceway. I'm like, nope, I'm not betting right now. I'm not betting. But they're already. I mean, a lot of the places around the nation are still racing.
Yeah, there's still thoroughbreds all over the place,
So,
and I mean,
it's kinda
Canadian
cool.
is still running.
Then we've
Still
got
some standardbreds too.
See,
Yeah.
March 20th is March Madness first round, and then April the 5th is the Final Four event with Aladino. So Trey Mack will be here. We'll do our Aladino event there. That's always a good time. Get to watch, the two games of the Final Four before the final game on that Monday. So that's the stuff we got coming up right now, and then we're obviously going to be expanding that more and more as we go. So
Are we gonna have Trey Mack on again?
yeah.
yes,
on the
we will.
podcast.
Oh God, yeah.
Why would we not?
Okay, everybody needs to start going out and doing your research on conspiracy.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
I
And
read that
honestly,
shit. What are you
anybody
talking about?
out there that listens to this, listen to the live on that day because I want to make sure that we blast him with a bunch of conspiracy questions.
Yes.
Because he
Oh,
will,
yeah, you gotta
'cause
get
he
on
has
the
an
chat.
answer on every
Oh.
conspiracy question you have.
Yeah,
your
he
Now it
doesn't
could
need
be a
to research.
6-hour. It might be a
I
6-hour
want to know
podcast.
if there's. I want to know if there's one that like somebody pulls up in chat that he's never heard of.
Well, Jesse
That would be
Ventura
awesome.
is his godfather, so. Wouldn't it be some shit if he really was? Now it makes sense. Sorry, Trey Mack, if he's not.
Yeah, if you've got a conspiracy question you want us to ask Trey Mack, put it in the chat. Let
Yes.
us know. Yeah.
Oh, we'll start promoting that one several weeks in advance. That way we can prep him with all the questions from our listeners and the general public for Trey Mack.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
going to
and
be a good one.
We also have so last week, if you listened in on the live, you got to hear us talk to Chris at 10th Mountain. We had him on. We had a few issues
they didn't get to
with
listen to
Zoom.
it.
Zoom was a little screwed up. So
You got to
guys,
see him.
If you guys listened to it, during the week, you didn't get to see it. We're going to have him back on. He's going to send us some single malt, which is something new for them.
Love it.
So we'll be able to try something new and talk about the stuff we tried before because we still have some of that. So you will, if you did look out there for the 10th Mountain stuff, that will be coming again here soon. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
will be doing a
Sorry
full
about
podcast
that.
with them. It is what it is. It was a
Zoom
when you
problem,
when
not
you
a
start
host
with a
problem.
new computer
It
and
was
you
an
don't
ID 10T error.
Yeah. That's what I
Nah,
was
it
gonna
was
say.
a.
no, it was literally you had
Yeah,
a new
it was
computer
me.
and you assumed that the same button was on that would be on yours. So
You
it
know
is
what
what it
happens
is.
when you assume.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, make an ass out of you and me both.
That's
yeah.
right. That's
and then
right.
I believe it's March 23rd. We are going to be doing a virtual tasting with another brand, Larrikin Bourbon,
Yeah.
in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky.
Which, if you guys have been out on social media, on any of the pages, a lot of the bourbon people post, I've been seeing a lot of posts about Larrikin.
Whew, me too, man.
I'd never seen it before
Me
the last
neither.
maybe 3 weeks, and all of a sudden, and Mike reached out to them, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Yeah, well, hell yeah, we want to try it."
Yeah,
So-
they gave us a follow, so I reached out to him, and then I saw that Logan got some samples from him, and I was like, dude, you should come with us.
Yeah.
So, like, he might come with us on that episode, too.
Wait.
After our virtual, we're doing virtual the 23rd
here.
here,
And
and,
then we're gonna go down at
sometime
some
in
point.
the summer, we're going to try to go there because they have a walk-in humidor.
Yeah, and they're going to have a smoking area
Oh,
too.
Yeah,
Nice.
so
Which again-
we're going to add them to our list of cigar trail.
That's
so
a good
is that
call,
part?
yeah.
Is that part of the opening up cigar smoking? Indoors?
I believe so. Yeah, because
'Cause-
that would fall under that area
It's
as
kind
well.
of funny how,
Are they? No, they're not in Louisville.
They're not. They're in Lawrenceburg,
No, they're
but it's
but I think it's the same.
they're
rules.
under that same ban that they are too. So
Really?
yeah,
So
once
I'll be curious if the band's going Kentucky wide or if that's just going to be.
So once
It
they
might
hit
be- I
thought it was
Snake
just
Falls,
Louisville.
the rest of the
I thought so too, but because I mean I think like Shelbyville, you can still smoke inside at what is it, Executive, or whatever the one
Shelbyville.
is.
Shelbyville's
No,
over here.
Simpsonville.
Simpsonville.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
smoke inside an executive.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
because it's Indiana side.
No,
No, that's
Kentucky.
that's Kentucky.
Yeah, the band is
Simpsonville,
Louisville.
Kentucky.
The bands
Oh,
are
and
the
it's a
bands are
city.
town
Yeah.
or
Oh, I'm
city
sorry. Yeah,
based.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
Lexington, you can smoke there as well at whatever that lounge is.
Okay.
I don't
That's
remember
right,
that one either.
Jake's.
Jake's, yeah.
And then let's don't forget Monday, you're going to be on a podcast.
Oh yes, tomorrow,
Yeah.
the 27th.
Right, yeah.
So two bearded guys are going to come out here, and we're gonna chat with them and hear more about what they're doing, and basically do some more stuff. Now they're very heavily into the beer industry. They've both been in the beer industry, making beer, promoting beer, all that stuff. So we'll get to talk more about that. depending on how everything goes on that one, we'll probably maybe do a cross one where we have them
Yeah,
on our
heck yeah.
podcast.
Yeah,
at
I
some
told
point.
him that Will needed to bring some more of that brain beer up.
Yeah,
Let them
I-
polish it off.
Yeah, if you guys want to come on out and
Yeah,
be here.
I'm gonna come up tomorrow and hang out as long as Gus is okay.
They stopped by the shop on Friday.
Friday, yeah.
And
Okay.
Will and I talked
Yeah,
to
we were
him,
up here.
and super knowledgeable guys on
Yeah,
beer, man.
yeah.
Like I was just kind of picking their brain on their thoughts on some of these, breweries that have closed recently and going, contracting out a lot of their beer now, and had a lot of insightful thoughts. So
Oh,
look forward
cool.
to you talking to them.
Yeah, I'm
Nice.
looking forward to it. So that'll be. So again, it's Two Bearded Guys podcast. I think it's the name of it, right?
That sounds right.
So if you want to go out there and see that podcast, we'll link it.
Yeah, we'll
link
share it
out there.
tomorrow. I'll link it to this after today's over, and
They're
then
really good
tomorrow I'll
guys.
share it because
Will,
we'll
can I
be
get
here.
bottle 1 again, please?
Yes, sir.
So since we've gone through all
Oh,
five
we got
now,
all 5 of them now, don't we?
why don't we do this, Will? Why don't we pick a blend,
Okay.
and then we'll try each other's blend.
Okay.
So, like, do you want to blend in, like, one Glen, and then we'll just share that between all of us?
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
That's
so,
fine.
like,
yeah.
Rob can pick whatever blend
You
of
guys
the 5.
start, and then I'll
Okay.
do it eventually.
I just
so.
wanted to go back to 1 real quick. Because,
Well, you do that one, then
Because I want
let's
to find
make a
out, is it
blend.
like proofy?
You
is
know,
it...
I need to get on Amazon. Should I do that now?
I was going to get some
Graduate
beakers.
cylinders.
Yeah, we need to, right? That
Yeah.
would
All right,
be
we'll
great.
we'll get those for the
We're
next
gonna
event.
eyeball
but
it for now,
yeah.
though. So that was 1, 2, 3.
So we'll come up with your whatever you would want to blend out of these
Okay.
5, and then we'll
All
all
right.
try your blend.
Yeah, we were exactly right on 1 versus 5. 5 is more complex. 1
Still thin.
definitely is deeper on some of these like brown sugar,
You can go.
molassesy
Oh.
type notes. Yeah,
I think 5 had more cinnamon qualities.
a little bit.
I
yeah.
got a little bit of cinnamon right at the end
Yep.
of the 5th
So
one.
are these in order?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I've
Okay.
got one. I've got one.
You got
right now,
one.
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna play a little bit while you guys are doing that too.
You're gonna play
I'm
with your
gonna play,
bottles.
baby.
Play with your liquid. Yeah, so now we're gonna play with some blending and see if we can make something really, really good.
Of course, it's only going to be semi-scientific. We don't
It's a
have
little
graduated.
scientific.
We don't have a graduated cylinder.
We're
so
eyeballing
It's
it.
mini
we're
scientific.
doing what we can.
I tell you what, though, I'm digging this. 35-degree weather. It's like a heat wave.
It is
Yeah.
like a heat wave out there. Well, we're gonna hit 50 next weekend.
I know. You know what that means? Somebody
means-
needs to buy my freaking house.
Means I finally get to fix my truck so I can start driving that again.
That's true. If I buy this Mercedes, you got to help me put brakes in it.
Oh, that's fine.
You're going to buy a Mercedes?
Yeah, it's a 1983 380 SL. It's in the
All
garage.
right. I
Let
like
me,
mine.
That's awesome.
I
I was
like
going to tell
mine.
him to leave
Let
it.
me. Do we have like maybe like a little stir, real quick, like a
Grab a
coffee
coffee
stir
stir.
or something, or
Yeah.
straw or something
Yep,
like
I
that?
got you.
We've been
Let's
talking
not
about
use
this.
that one.
Yeah. Give it the old swisheroo.
So what would you say the percentages were that you poured here, roughly?
75, 15, 10.
Okay.
Okay, and that was bottle. That was 3.
3,
3, 1, 5.
3, 5.
Thank you,
1.
sir.
75, 15, 10.
We'll stow that for a little.
3, 5, and 1.
3, 5, 1. Got it. Yeah, so one, like I know you wanted 1 for the base.
Yep.
5
Yep.
to me gave me more cinnamon than 3 did.
I've got equal parts 1,
You want me to put bubbles in
3.
it?
Yes, please.
And then-
If you could aerate it.
Really aerate it for you?
That'd be great.
Here you go.
So what did? Okay, so Rob's blowing
Rob
bubbles
is
in
blowing
his.
I aerated it for
What'd you
you.
try? You
I
tried
am
what?
not
3 and
drinking
what?
that
No,
one.
you guys don't drink
I
out
was
of
gonna say, I
mine.
don't think we want to have that
No,
one.
no, you won't have mine. It's equal parts 1 and 3, and then 5 is just like half of that.
Okay. Yo, let us know how that is, and then we'll
Then you
we'll
guys
try to
can do it.
recreate. Yeah.
Hand that back to Mike so I don't get these mixed up. Will, is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
yours?
That's mine.
Scott's.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
I like it a lot.
Mine's better than yours, Will. Oh wait, I haven't tried yours yet.
haven't
Never
tried
mind.
it yet.
Sorry, Will. All right, you need another Glen.
Yeah.
I will.
Rob's gonna grab a new Glen for himself.
All right, so this is 75, 15.
This is Will's
10.
blend of Will's stuff.
Will's blend. So the fruit notes definitely come
It
out.
stayed. Yep.
That's what I wanted.
The confectionery kind of backed off a little bit, but there's a hint
It's
of
still
it's
there.
still there.
Yeah, yeah, because
But
that
it's
high
more-
note's gonna stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the sweet
Kinda-
is still there, but it leans more toward fruit now.
It's kind of got a dusty nose on it a little bit. Maybe it's new glass.
Yeah, I think that's probably new glass. I'm not getting dusty.
That's your face.
your dusty face.
Rob took a dust bath this morning. That has a lot
He's
more
part chinchilla, we just didn't know.
citrus on the palate.
Oh yeah.
And a lot more oak left on the
Oh, no, that was-
the
That did
tongue.
not blend in any way, shape, or form like I thought it would.
No.
Me
at
neither.
all.
That
Me
almost
neither.
became like a fruit blast on the palate.
Which I wouldn't have thought. I thought that fatty smoky would have come through
No,
big
it
time.
But it has that drying quality in it that I'm not a huge fan of.
the
Do you
slightly
get
tannic.
it?
Yeah.
Slightly tannic on
Yeah.
it. Which I'm not sure if that's just the blend or what that is.
Yeah, but I think the most tannic one we had was 4.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
could have been that way too, possibly. Like,
Yeah, being our first one.
Yeah, if you would have went a little
Jeez.
lighter on one, that might have balanced out. I don't think
Yeah.
it would have, the finish wouldn't have still stayed and been long.
probably.
Still a short
I
finish,
think a
but-
little one goes a long way.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's probably a little too much.
That
one.
is shocking to me because 1 was such a just kind of
You
base.
thought it was foundational.
I thought it was
Yeah.
completely foundational.
I'm telling you, I told you.
All right.
Eat a dick.
Yeah, you guys I think you guys are
I
gonna have to
told
try
you.
the 135. I think you're gonna like that one.
I think one needs to be like a,
Well, that's
a
what we're
spritzer
having.
there.
Right? We're having 135.
Yeah, but he did it the other way.
Oh, you did 1 as the foundation.
I did 1 and 2 equal parts, and then 5 about half of that amount.
Okay, so you
About-
did a 1, 2,
about.
5.
Yeah.
He did like a
Okay.
Like
I guess I'm
35,
just
35.
I'm just surprised at the blending process and what you think is going to happen
Yeah.
did not happen
This one didn't. Yeah.
no
at all.
And that's why you do it, man.
That's
Like,
why when we were down there at Bourbon 30, the one barrel that we both said, there's no way in the world we want this. And then we both said, we probably need to add this in at the end. And it actually blended it out perfectly. It pulled in all the notes
Yeah.
we wanted because it was so astringent and different things, but it actually blended nicely with the rest of it. So there is something to be said about being a master blender.
little too.
Right? Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
like the fruit notes on it.
Yeah.
But
Well, here's what I'm starting to think. I'm
Which is
starting to
funny
think
from a
back
rye
to
guy.
I'm starting to think back to Jackie's Icans talk about high, mid, and low, right? And what sticks. And we only had a single high note here in 3 that was really nice and bright. A lot of that kind of high note.
Yeah.
Or no, it wasn't
was
3. Sorry,
5.
it was 5.
5, yeah.
5. And I think 4 even had more high notes.
yep.
So
it
I
finished
kind of
really
want to do one with 4 now to see what happens. All right,
Okay.
both
right,
are,
stand
Mike's
by.
doing.
Mike's
Mike's
both are
going
stand.
next.
As you can see, Kevin's just showing himself as he lives here and knows exactly what he needs to grab away from everybody.
Kevin's got it.
What's that?
It's 2 seconds, okay?
All right, so I'm going 5-4-2.
All right.
Okay.
I got about 65 of 5. There's about 20 of 4, and the rest is 2.
2. Okay.
That would be 15 for the
Yeah.
math
Yeah.
challenge.
Yeah,
Shut up.
for the numbers guy over there.
Okay, so I rinsed. Not over the board. Come on. Oh, you got to be shitting me, you dumbass. Don't do it.
Pour it in your mouth, then spit
Oh
it
my
in the glass.
goodness.
Gargle it. And
I've
then
got this. Mind your business.
Wow. Man.
We did it because Jen's not there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Willie.
Are you sure you deserve to work for the Pacers?
Hey,
he had to take an elevator the other day. Would you give him?
I know. Mike was all pissed off. Okay, I'm going to
don't
tell
wanna
I'm going to tell this story because it was how I heard it from
Push
Mike.
all the buttons.
Right? Not about Mike
No,
talking
he had to tell
about it.
people to push buttons.
Okay,
He
so
didn't push
so
any.
yeah, so Mike doesn't push buttons anymore for the Pacers. He's director, right? So he's telling people what buttons to push. So he gets to work the other day. This is the story that he told us. He's like, I had to take the stupid ass elevator. I went there and the security tried to stop me, and they're like, "Oh, do you work for the Disney on Ice people?" He's like, "No, I work for the freaking Pacers who play here all the time." They're like, "Yeah, you can't park here.
Yeah, he's
You
like,
got to go
"Screw you,
upstairs."
Elsa.
He's like, "What? I got to go upstairs? I got to park the next level up and then take the elevator down?" And then he had to get his bag searched. I mean, you would have thought that the world had ended for poor Mikey Bother.
First world problem.
Yeah,
baby.
he's like, oh, they gotta search my bag. I don't work for Disney on Ice.
You know, the
how
next
far
thing he's
away the
going to
door
say
was?
is he's going to start going in there saying, "Do you guys even know who I am?"
Exactly. I was waiting for it.
Even know who I am.
So I was
Go
telling.
get me a coffee.
I was telling them though, they chastise all three of us that went in that day in different ways. I had to park on the next floor up. The next guy, David, that showed up to work, they thought he worked with them. And
thought
he
he
was
was
30 minutes late.
Yeah.
So
You're
they
30
were like,
minutes late for this?
they
The
were
show's about
mad
to
at him that
start.
he was
They
late.
berated him for being late
Yeah.
to work, and he didn't even work for them.
He was like, "I'm so sorry," and he just parked. And then he came inside and he told us that he got yelled at for being late. He was
But
like,
he didn't have to take the elevator.
he
did
did
he?
it.
That's right.
So you know what you got to do now. You got to butter up security. You got to take them coffee.
Yeah.
You got to take them some
I
whiskey.
know.
You got to take them something.
But are
and
they
then,
different
Then you'll be
security for
parking wherever
different
you want
events?
to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No. So
No.
then the third guy that came in, he got stared up and down by security like he was putting them out for going to work that day. Like, dude sat in his chair and just like stared at him because he put his backpack on the conveyor belt. Was like, "What do you want me to do with it?" I'm like, "I'm turning the machine on. I gotta go to work."
So
All
this
right, what do
one,
we think?
this one definitely has, to me, a little bit more like darker cinnamon kind of notes, a little bit to it.
I got a little bit of deep grape
I
note.
was going to say,
I,
that
Great.
grapefruit.
I like this one.
There's
lot
a
better than
fruit.
my one.
There's a fruit
This
in
one's
there.
better.
It's,
For me, my palate. What I like to
Did
taste.
you say grape?
yeah.
Yep.
I
It's
did.
definitely
I can see that.
grapey. And I got
Yeah.
grape on four. What, did four
was
go?
four.
It's four.
Yeah.
Four went
Yeah,
into this,
four had
right?
grape.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
542, and it's 25 from 4. So I think that pushed it through a little bit. I was hoping that some of the cinnamon from 5 would come out, but I didn't get much of that.
No,
See,
I don't think
I'm
it's
getting
very
mad
strong.
about it.
I'm still getting cinnamon in it, but
Are
I
you?
do
Well, I
get
mean-
the. It almost reminds me of like a red wine finish, a little bit of that
Okay.
that dark red wine
Yeah.
in there, something
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, this one. This is a good one.
Yeah, this was
Two's got a good oak that kind
We
of
need to
topped
write
it off
this
with.
down.
Yeah. Well, you take notes.
So
So
it was-
this one
it
is
says 542.
542. Yeah, it's 65, 25, 15. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Haha. Numbers.
65. No.
65, 25. That's 80. 90, 80, then 20.
Or 10.
It's roughly around there.
Yeah, whatever. If you count backwards from 100, you eventually hit 0.
25, 10. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
65, 25, 10. That's it.
542.
Yeah.
Yeah.
542. Yeah.
Actually,
man.
this is what lots of people would say is approachable,
It's good.
or the S word that we don't use.
Shitty.
No.
Oh.
The other one.
Shiitake. Speaking of, when are we going to get our hands on some shikakas?
I don't know if I ever will. I'm trying.
Gonna have to call that place in Destin.
All right. So do you guys follow CDN?
A little
Nope.
bit.
I mean, I just on Facebook, right? I'm the CDN group.
The only
whatever.
time I ever see it's when there's some turmoil going. Yes.
Grab me another stick. Yeah.
All right, Heine's
so,
going in.
So I don't pay attention, but all of a sudden I started seeing this CAO Amazon Basin.
That's a
Everybody's
solid cigar.
losing their freaking minds over this cigar. I'm like, come on, what is
Have
that?
you ever had one?
No.
They're not very good.
I'm
I mean,
sure
I'm
that-
sorry for those that love it.
I think they're pretty good.
I don't like them. I mean, they're gimmicky as hell.
I'm sure it's a fine cigar. I don't have any opinion on the cigar. I do have an opinion on everybody losing their freaking mind over something like
So-
that.
Well, it's a limited release because of where the leaves come from.
I don't.
Yeah.
What are they cutting down the rainforest to get these things?
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, see, there you go.
Smart
They
ass.
have to grow to
yeah.
Actually, they are.
I don't get it because I've smoked them before and they just taste earthy to me and nothing special to
So-
me. But people love Earth, love them.
Yeah,
I love Earth.
Kevin got one last week and smoked it, and he got the last one. I don't remember where he picked it up, but he was telling me he got it. You know, it's like $17 cigar, I think.
Which
Now it is,
normal,
yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
but he said it was terrible. He said the construction was terrible. It broke apart, came apart. And it's
Yeah.
like, for a $17 cigar, you go get a knuckle sandwich. You expect construction. You have a certain expectation of what that cigar should be.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, you shouldn't have any construction problems on a 17
No.
bucks.
No.
Not ever.
I mean, honestly, you shouldn't have any construction problems on a $10 cigar.
I agree.
I mean, Macallis proved that. They get $8 and $9 cigars that perfect construction every time. There's
Every
no
single
reason
time.
for
They
it.
never
so-
burn bad.
And guess what? They're still making money doing it.
Man, I did like that blend.
I do too.
That one that Mike did was
waiting to see
was really good.
what Heine's got going here on his blend.
Yeah, I got to remember which one I used.
Oh, did you forget?
I'll probably need to blend in one of your glasses, and you guys can pour into mine, so you're not tasting after me.
Yeah, I like the blend on that one a lot.
I like that one too.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Hand, math is tough for us today. Sorry. He commented
Is that
on
Dan?
I'll try to
Yeah,
get some air
Dan
in here
and-
without
What's
having
up, Dan?
bubbles in it.
not blowing bubbles.
Yeah.
Yes, it's math is difficult.
Yes.
Math has always been difficult.
But we're also drinking quite a bit of bourbon. so-
Dan.
Yeah, I haven't had anything for 5 days, and I'm already feeling. I'm like, damn.
I
getting
had
my
two.
tolerance
I had
back.
two
Feel pretty
two
good.
mules
Feeling
last
good
night,
now.
and I was feeling pretty good.
I feel a lot better right now after having some bourbon in me.
Good.
I should have drank a bunch of hot toddies while I was sick.
I'm surprised you didn't.
All right. I'm going to go out on a
Me
limb,
too.
and I added a little bit of water
Ooh,
Okay.
okay. All
just
right.
to see if it made a difference.
I kind of thought about doing that.
All right, give me your breakdown so I can keep notes on this.
Well, it was basically a 70-20-10, and I went.
That equals 100.
Yeah, I did the math.
which
job.
barrels?
I did 3-5-1.
In that order, 70, 20, 10,
3-5-1.
3, 5, 1?
Okay.
Oh,
3,
that's
5,
what I
1.
did too.
Oh, nice.
But I added a
Okay.
little water,
But he added some
Okay.
water.
and I didn't blow bubbles in it. So
This
I
is
added-
not
I added
aerated.
regular water, not my spit.
Oh, well, maybe my spit's what made it better.
That's why you liked it.
Not for us.
I know you're a swallower.
Hard pass.
Wow. Soft pass.
Soft pass.
Soft pass.
That means it's under
Well,
consideration.
okay.
Yeah.
So what percentages were yours? 1, 3, 5. What were your
No,
percentages?
it's 5-3-1, right?
No, 3, 5, 1.
3-5-1.
70,
20,
20,
70,
10.
20.
Okay, so it is a different blend than what I had. So
Yeah.
let me have a little bit of yours, Will.
Okay, now this one I'm getting the smoky.
Just a little bit.
I'm getting the
Thank you.
smoky bacon fat on this,
That's what I was trying to
which
keep.
70%. Yep.
But then I was trying to get almost the spice and the finish to come out of one at the end.
It's
I
got
wanted to
similar
keep
nose
them
mine
build
did.
a 3. I was shooting for like an everyday,
It's
all around.
Oh, man.
It's good.
definitely
That's
got
good.
yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what else gave me that
Fuck,
bacon?
that finish is
Oh,
great.
dude, it's got a
King of
It's got the
Kentucky.
high notes and the dark notes.
King of Kentucky gave you that bacon finish. That
Yeah,
like bacon
yeah.
fat. That's what this reminds me of now.
Okay, and the mouth feels back.
It is.
Yeah.
It's back.
It is.
So
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to keep out of.
3.
3 had it. 1 had the longer finish, but 3 had the better finish. So I was hoping that it would kind of balance out to be a stronger finish, but still have that flavor.
Yeah.
So that was my. Yeah, we basically flip flopped.
Yeah.
We flip flopped ours because you went higher on 5 than you did 1, and I went
I
higher
flipped
on
it
1
over.
than I did
Yeah.
5.
But you did 4 instead of 3.
No, I did 3, 1,
He did
5.
3, 1, 5.
He did 3, 5, 1. Yeah.
Okay, and
Mike did
I
the
did
4.
1, 3, 5.
And I went heavier on, a little heavier on 3. So a little less of 3, a little more of 5, a little less of 1.
Now, because 4 had this high note, I really, really like that blend, but I just added about what would have been probably about 3% of 4 to this,
2 yours?
to mine. After tasting it, I taste yours. I love it because it's got, I feel like it could use just a touch of a high note. So I wanted to add like 3% of 4 to see if it does anything.
Damn. Mike, I like yours too. Yours is definitely more fruit forward
Yeah,
than this
yours
one.
was definitely fruitier.
So the cool thing I see about this is we got 5 bottles, all the same juice, go into the barrel same time, same barrels probably, other than just the wood characteristics changing a little bit. And each blend is going to be totally different. And I think it's amazing. I think the science behind whiskey is amazing to me. There's no way, and then to back that up even further, look at people like Jim Beam and Wild Turkey and Buffalo Trace that create the exact same profile day in, day out,
That
all
is
the time.
amazing.
That's
It's
pretty
amazing.
amazing to me. I mean,
Okay, so I added that 3%
The
of 4.
retro.
Oh, on the, with
After
that?
that one, the retro, the bacon almost comes out in your nose. It's so weird. It
Yeah.
smells like bacon,
Yeah.
does.
which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, it's like hickory.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
like hickory smoked bacon.
Wow.
Okay, so when I
that's
added the
good.
when I added the about 3% of number 4 on top of this, it halved the mouthfeel.
Oh, really? So it kind of
Lost
Like
it.
I'm talking 5 or 6 drops.
And it cut it.
It cut the mouthfeel in half.
Wow.
the thing
Now
about
the
this
notes
one,
of the aroma and the flavor still there, but that
Now, I wonder
that
if you did that without the water, if it would have retained a little bit more. Because
I think the water helped it.
I think the
honestly.
water helped
Well, but he's talking
overall,
mouthfeel, though.
but yeah, but if you eliminate the water and then add 3% of number 4 to it, but
Would it
the
retain the
mouthfeel is
mouthfeel
part
same
of it, man. I mean, the
It
mouthfeel
is.
is really really good. That coating,
So-
fatty.
So this too, it's been probably a good 30 seconds, almost a minute since I took a puff after taking the sip. I can still taste both the cigar and the whiskey on my palate,
Separate, yeah.
and it's really nice because it's actually, I mean, you get that. You know what mint does? A lot of times mint will make you feel fresh. This is kind of a
Effervescent.
refreshing feeling on your palate, but it's not mint.
Yeah.
It may be a slight wintergreen, but not much mint at all. But it actually is opening my palate
yeah,
up.
more menthol, not so
Yeah.
much
It's
almost
mint.
a
Say
cleansing
menthol
of your
eucalyptus
palate.
where it like opens
Yeah.
you up.
Yeah.
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 And to be fair, like, we should probably do this one day without smoking and see if we get the same notes, because I wonder if we're going to get all those smoky notes like we're getting.
That's true.
Is a combination of smoking this.
Yeah, 'cause
Could
I'm
be.
actually,
Yeah,
I'm
it
actually
could
getting
be.
a lot more like leather, earthy out of the cigar than I was before.
And that's what I got with 3 anyways,
Mine
was
keeps
a lot
going
of
out.
leather.
Leather
it
notes, yeah.
paired
Yeah.
really well
Yeah.
together
Yeah.
with that.
Which, when you get that leathery kind of tobacco-y kind of note out of a bourbon, that always makes a good blender with something sweeter.
Yeah, it's a good
Or something
base.
spicier, either
Yeah.
way. And I think with the 3 of those, 1, 3, and 5, you got 3 different profiles
That nice?
coming together at different levels. I think that's, from what I'm seeing right now, that's kind of the way to go.
What I like though is that yours had no 3 in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to that point,
Yours
like,
had no 3?
No.
No.
So I still feel 3 could stand on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
100%.
if you wanted to blend something and leave 3 out, that's a nice blend. You know.
Yeah, 100%. No, I agree.
All
I
right.
think that's a great point. Scotty D, you're up.
Yep, I guess it's my turn.
Yeah, rinse it, baby. We'll see what Scott comes up with. See if it.
Well, when I blend mine, I'll
stands
blend
out.
mine in one of your glasses so you guys can get yours first.
Yeah, heck
Fresh
yeah.
Glen there.
But I've been drinking out of it.
All right, you guys want to hand me
You
number
guys
1?
don't care. I mean, I didn't blow in this one.
I
Is that fine?
cannot get sick right now.
I did not blow in it.
It is 120 proof whiskey. I
Yeah.
don't think you're gonna get sick after drinking other stuff, but
You did not have sexual relations with that glass.
no, I did not. No, I did not. Monica was not here.
Wow.
Wow.
Math is hard
Math
in the
is
chat. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. We know math's hard. I suck.
All right, give
All
me
right.
3,
What was the first one?
number 1.
One.
1,
So Scott's going
1, 3.
So I do feel like we're all doing like we all have the same mindset.
Similar. Yeah.
Similar.
We're
not
hunting for
exactly.
this for similar things here.
So that's the thing. It's like you haven't done yours yet, have you?
No, I did first.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, you
went
did first.
Mine
okay.
was the shittiest one.
Give me
Ask
So
that boy.
what I'm
That's why you're
saying
on
is,
vodka.
we're all kind of doing. We're all in that 1, 3, 5 world right now. I
Give
think
me
Mike
2.
had 4 instead of 3, right?
5, 4, 2.
5, 4, 2. Oh, so you did
Yeah,
do a
so I
while.
left
okay,
out 1 and
okay,
3.
Okay. So that's what's kind of unique is 4 and 2 are probably the 2 that we didn't maybe like on their own. Not that we didn't like them; they were not the most
I'm gonna do
forward.
4.
Yeah, they just had
flavors.
different qualities.
But that means that they might work great in a blend.
It didn't stand
So-
out as a single barrel.
Yeah,
yeah,
and that 3
yeah.
could be a great single barrel by itself. So
Yeah.
Well, the one that we added to the one at Bourbon 30 was that weird, funky Green River barrel.
Yeah.
And it was not one you would ever want to buy as a single
No.
barrel, but it
yeah,
was
but they've got some
great in
killer
the
Green
blend.
River barrels.
Oh, dude, that
make
river
great
rafting we got on the
binders.
shelf here is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Love that one.
I think I did
Heavy on the
1.
first one, right?
Yeah, I was at least 50%. I did 1. What did I do? 1, 3.
1, 3.
You went 3.
Then 2, then
Then
4.
2, then 4.
Okay, so
1, 3, 2,
I'm at
4.
least 50% on 1. 3 was probably call it 20,
All right, so 70%,
and then probably
15, 15.
50, no, more like 20 and 10,
20 and 10?
maybe even Probably 20 and 10.
Okay.
How's that for math, Dan?
Yeah, Dan. As he's sitting at home petting his dog, not drinking bourbon right now. Come on, Dan.
What the?
Jeez. What are you drinking, Dan? Tell us what you're drinking.
Yep.
And if it's
Everybody,
like,
anybody out there.
and if
New
it's like
Jersey Mike, anybody,
mimosas
tell
or
us
something, I don't wanna
Prime-
hear it.
Well, Prime's on slopes. It's
You know,
probably-
it was probably 50, 25, 15, 10.
I already posted it.
I know. I'm just saying. Thinking it through, I was probably more 50,
15.5.
50, 15, 25, 50, 25, 15.
You're not mathing well.
That's 70.
That's-
That's 80.
50, 25 is 75, 10 is 85, so that leaves you 15%.
So you're at 75.
All right, get out the piggies. Start.
I know it was a lot less on the last one.
So it's
why I
probably
thought more
15,
five.
10.
It's probably
The last two.
50, 25,
15, 10.
15, 10.
There you go.
There we go.
I think what I'm gonna do, I'll do another one, and we'll do 5 of
You wanna
1,
pour
5
that?
of
Just go
2,
ahead and
5 of 3, 5 of
guys.
4, 5 of 1, 5 of 2, 5 of, until we hit 100. Or you could just do 20.
25, 25, 25.
20,
20, 20, 20, 20, 20.
Yes.
Listen,
Yeah, I knew I wanted 4 in this because I like the tannic nature of it, but it just
That's
doesn't
fair.
take much.
yeah.
The nose is a little bit brighter.
Which
Because
is
you're
what I was
50%
going,
of that, so
Exactly.
that
I was
makes
going for a
sense.
bright,
Yep.
a pretty high nose on this.
It almost has like a clover.
Yeah,
Clover
yeah,
honey
almost like a
or clover clover?
clover.
Okay.
Regular clover.
Yeah, I would almost say it falls into grassy
Yeah.
in some ways.
I get,
Oh my God,
I
that's
get just a lot
sweet
of
as
bacon
hell.
spice on the nose.
That is so sweet.
That's very sweet.
That's good. I feel like though
almost get like a smoky
it needs
bacon
a little bit more
Funky
5.
free on the nose.
Did you have 2 in this?
I didn't 5 in this at all.
No
It
5
needs,
is in
It
this.
needs a little 5 to make it darker, a little darker.
Yeah, but it changed the finish if you did that.
It would. It would.
I do think it has a long finish.
Because you have 2 in this, right? There was a fair
Yes.
amount. I think that's,
There was-
that's the sweetness.
It was only 20.
It was low. It was 1. It was 50% 1.
Yeah.
I said that 1 was foundational. I still think I'm
sticking
going
to
to
that?
stand on that. I think I'm going to stand that I feel like it's foundational.
I think 2 was the sweetest of the 5.
So, I think on this one, the only thing I disagree with you on, I just don't think the finish is there like it was on some of the other ones.
Okay.
I'm there too. I feel like the finish drops off.
Drops off
I mean,
a little
Do you?
it's
Okay.
good.
It's a
a
quick
good
finish,
but it's a
but
quick
it's
finish.
still
Yeah.
com- it's
Yeah.
It's not a
complex, but
tannic
it's
finish
quick.
because it's not dry.
No.
So
It's not dry.
One of them had
No, it's
tannic. I
sweet.
don't remember whose was
I
tannic.
love the
but
nose
One
on
of them
the
was
first
tannic.
Whoever went first was more tannic on the finish.
I wanted lots of high notes in the nose, and I feel like
You got it.
I feel like I got
You got
that.
it on the nose for sure.
But
Yeah.
you lost the fruit and went more almost spice and kind of earthy. That's why I
But
said
are we
clover.
doing it with a
I
cigar
feel like
too?
I feel like I could have done 5 drops of number 4 in this, and it would have been enough. I think 4 is so aggressive in cutting,
Yeah.
like it cuts into a lot of things.
Take a sip
yeah,
and
hit your cigar.
then do a retrohale.
Yeah.
The spice level on that cigar went
Changes.
up 10 times.
it did.
Holy shit.
It's almost like a water in your eyes. And
Gave
I
me
like
a little
that.
more red pepper.
Yep.
Yep. Almost not quite cayenne, but definitely pungent.
I really want
Yeah.
4 in these blends,
Yeah.
but I just barely want it.
Yeah.
It cuts into. I have never. I mean, this is the
I
first
used
time.
quite a bit of 4.
This is the first time blending.
Yeah.
But I've just never would have imagined that something would cut into a flavor profile so aggressively. And I feel like and you notice out of these were all similar fills, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look what bottle has the most left right
Yeah,
now.
4.
4.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I almost feel like had you added 5 instead of 4,
It might have.
It would have made it sweeter, but I think the finish would have.
Finish would have
Finish would have hung.
More, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Are you guys good out of the one I drank out of, or you want me to get a new glass?
If you're going to blend one,
I can get a new glass.
Yeah, just get a new
Yeah,
get a new
snag a new one.
glass.
Hey,
Just,
12,
just to be
you
safe.
better
have
safe
an
than
extra
sorry.
one.
Give me another blend.
We don't want to get Rob syphilis.
It's gonorrhea.
Check
damn it.
one.
Oh,
syphilis.
sorry.
Syphilis.
Thank you, baby. All right, so let me do mine here.
Shout out to Big Earl for like the 5th week in a row.
Yeah, shout out Big Earl.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Retired.
all my discussions about Big Earl were lost to the missing audio.
Sorry.
No, as a quick recap, Big
That's
Earl.
why I figured I'd go ahead and say it.
Yeah, I guess I can talk about that real quick.
Yeah, we could talk about Big Earl.
So Big Earl had his last show with the Sexual Biscuits. They brought in everybody. It was great. And no, Shania Twain didn't show up, or Garth Brooks, or any of those guys.
But he
And
was on the big stage, though, wasn't he?
he was on the tent stage, the biggest one
stage,
there. Yeah, yep. Janelle and I got in line for tickets at about 10 after 10. They were going to go on sale at
You
noon.
still got it on the board.
And we managed to get there. We got tickets, and only about 20 more people behind us got tickets.
Well, that was your whole point in going back to Orange Beach.
It
for the
really was
negative
like
20-degree weather.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about going to Miami, and it was like
snowed.
The part that ended it, the discussion was, okay, it's Big Earl's last show. He is still going to be there Tuesdays at like 4 o'clock, doing a Tuesday afternoon show, just a solo act. But he's done with the band. The Sexual Biscuits weekend shows are over. 31 years. 31 years of doing that.
Wow.
Right? Can you imagine playing the Floribama every weekend for 31 years?
That's insane.
That is.
Sounds like a good time to me.
And it is a good time,
That's
right?
like a good time.
Yeah. I will say some lady did take her top off on the last night.
Hell yeah.
So
Shout
Big
out
Earl
Janelle.
was.
No, kidding, Janelle. I'm just kidding.
She's not listening to this.
Although it was funny because she ended up breaking a record. She did get over 5 bushwhackers, but she did not finish the
5 and a
6.
quarter.
5 and a quarter is, and she decided she's not going to try and break that record ever again. Rightfully so. It was kind of, yeah.
I
it was fun.
meant to bring your shirt because I was gonna send you to Orange Beach with that shirt.
Oh
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
freaking forgot. So I got Scott this shirt that was supposed to show up before we went to Louisville to watch the 2 basketball games.
Yeah.
And it's just a picture of Janelle sticking her tongue out on like a big T-shirt.
So it would have been on the.
Yes.
So
Pretty
it was
funny.
supposed to show up the day before we left, and it ended up being like a week late. And then I was going to send it with you to Orange Beach, and I freaking
That would've been
forgot.
good.
Nobody else get a drink, and I'll fucking
You good? Do it.
So now,
All right.
I'll
So,
give it to
One
you.
for the team.
so this one is.
I like the nose on this immediately.
So this one is about 40% 1, 40% 3, 20%
Hold on a minute.
5.
yeah, let
fucking
Will.
numbers slow down.
40, 40, 20.
40, 40, 20.
1, 3, 5.
40, 40, 20.
1, 3,
Yep.
5.
No water added on this one.
Yeah,
Brings
I
back
love
some
the
more to
nose.
the
citrus.
nose is really, really good.
The nose has a little bit of the brown sugar.
It's got some of that
light
slight,
citrus.
the slight fatty. It's like just
Just a little bit.
barely there.
Just no, yeah.
I get citrus still.
Maybe still a
Yeah,
little
so
light,
citrus.
like a bright orange citrus, maybe.
More of a zest. Than
Yeah.
like-
Yes, the zest for sure.
mouth coating.
Yeah, this one's
Totally mouth
This one's
coating.
definitely viscous.
I haven't stuck Rob's in my mouth yet. Hold on.
You haven't put Rob's in your mouth?
Nope.
Which is, man, that's crazy. I still get a lot of sweetness out of that.
It is a lot of
It
sweetness.
is sweet,
That's coming from 3.
but that does come from my palate too. I like
Yeah,
the sweeter
I know you do.
bourbons. Even though high proof, I still like the sweeterness. Sweeterness. That's a word, right?
Yeah,
That's what we
sweetness.
appreciate about you.
That's what you appreciate. Is that all you appreciate about me?
No, just part.
What are you getting, Will?
I mean, let me taste one more time.
Ponder.
I'll tell you exactly what Will's going to say.
Maybe you should throw it out and make it again.
Because Will and I have got this little thing going now. Will's going to say it doesn't have enough spice.
No, it's got plenty.
No. It
Okay,
actually
okay.
Has some,
All right.
but it's on the end.
So
It's not on the
I
Longer
get like
finish.
a
It's on the palate.
little less fruit, but I get this like cotton candy, like grape cherry kind of cotton candy mid palate, and then just blast me with bacon spice on the finish.
What's that fruity flavor that is like all of the flavors? That like the
Fruit
snow
stripe
cone.
gum?
Like
no,
fruit stripe gum.
no,
Yeah.
it's like Dragon
Heliotrope?
Slayer or something. No,
No, that's
no, this
floral.
is like the snow cone trucks have it. It's like Dragon Slayer or some.
No, it's
Rainbow or whatever.
Yeah, you know what
Dragon's
I'm talking
blood.
about though. Dragon's blood. That's what I'm thinking
pina
of.
colada and strawberry.
Oh, I see
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Daiquiri.
Yeah.
It's like the heavy sugar
Yeah, man,
daiquiri.
There's some strawberry. Like there's just
I feel like it's really strong, like almost like confectionery sugar, almost like a strawberry beignet.
Strawberry is dead on.
Strawberry beignet, kind of.
Yeah,
'cause
as soon
it's
as
a
you
little-
said strawberry, I was like, oh, that is deep summer,
Asshat
almost like right on the line of being overripe
I know what you're
strawberry.
saying. Without the words, I know what you're saying.
but that
Ass hat
spice
judge
on
here.
the finish
Yeah.
is back. Like it's
Yeah.
It
there
is.
now and strong. Like
And it pairs great with the cigar.
Yes, it does.
Hold on a minute. Give me a minute.
Takes away a little bit of the earthiness. What you need?
Grab me a stick.
we still get the pepper on the retro.
Let me
I
try.
think.
I'm getting more white pepper now. Still like spicier.
It does
It's a
change.
spicier pepper.
God damn, the finish lasts forever. And I still feel
Yeah.
it in on my tongue.
And it's watering. Very
I think
mouth-watering.
3 gives you that one. That's got to be from number 3. That
Yes.
gives you that long finish. Kind of mouth watering.
The 1 still brings the bright notes out,
Yeah.
and 3 is the dark sweetness, and then the number 5 just intensifies the darkness of it.
I think mouth watering is a good descriptor on some things. I feel like lemonade makes my mouth water, makes you thirsty.
Yeah.
That's more of like the tannic finishes. This one is more of a mouth watering, like very, very
Juicy.
viscous.
Yeah,
Juicy.
I feel like
Yeah.
a
Viscous,
1-3 base.
Well,
Some
yeah.
percentage of
Look at
one.
the bottles.
Yeah,
Right,
40
right.
to 40.
Except for
yeah.
Mikey, like everybody used 1 and 3.
I think all you're trying to do is take 1 and 3 and make it where you can drink more.
Right.
Right? Like 1, you're like, oh, I could sit here and probably kind of drink this all day, but it's not alive.
Yeah.
Right. It's not giving me something that is like over the top. 3, oh man, it's full bodied, like massive amounts of flavor, but it would almost make my palate start to grow a little tired after a couple glasses.
Yeah.
So I take 1, this kind of great base, 3, this great, awesome, big ass flavor. Now I just need something to just kind of just provide a little complexity
It's making me
and
feel
make it
weird.
a bit more like just continuously drinkable.
Okay,
and
that's the confusion,
Now I
though.
want to think.
Is which one do you throw in
right
after the
I-
1-3?
After the 1-3, yeah.
Because-
That's
we've done
the thing is
difference.
like I'm thinking of Aaron down at Bourbon 30. I think what we need to do next is we need to have someone in one of your glasses just take 2 and 4. Put those two
just 2 and
together.
4?
Try that, and then see what we need to add back to 2 and 4.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
2 and 4 are the ones that were the outlayers, pretty much of the blends.
Right, which you can tell by what's left in the
Right.
bottles.
But that's the thing is like that's one thing he told us was sometimes the ones that are the outliers that you don't think are going to blend are
Yeah.
the 2 that actually blend the best together.
True.
So you might try. Let's try the 2 and 4
Right now,
and see what happens.
I gotta say it's either
Here, you want to do mine?
Mike or Rob's blends that I think I like the best.
Well,
I-
I'm biased, but I liked mine.
I like
But
I liked yours too.
Rob's,
You're always going to like your own.
here's where it varies, though, is because I feel like Rob's had a better finish.
Yeah.
Will's had a better palate. And I feel like mine had a better floral.
You know what we should have done? We should have had another Glen, and we should have blended all of the blends together.
just done a suicide.
Just this, yeah,
That's
just
the
this
There's an
was-
infinity right there, buddy. You have yourself to that.
Yeah.
I totally would, but I've been spitting in there too,
All right.
so you don't
so,
want that.
okay, yeah, pass.
That's your water.
So,
4 and
based on
2
what you were saying, 4 and 2, which
equals.
just let's just taste 4 and 2 together.
Taste
right?
4 and 2 together and
50-50?
figure out what we need to add.
Yeah,
I
just
go
50-50.
50-50.
50-50?
Yeah,
50-50.
And then each person in their own glass grab what you think.
should add to it. Yeah, because if you want it brighter, go 1. If you want a little bit more on the tannic, go 3. If you want something a little bit darker, go 5. I think it'll actually be a nice.
3's gonna have that fattiness too.
It will.
We'll pour,
Yeah, oily.
we'll pour into your other empty one to match it, and then put it
add
together.
them together.
Yeah, that's a good call.
I'm
We're
no
kind of doing our
mathematician.
blending show we've been threatening to do without actually having,
Beakers.
you know,
Hey,
no
yeah.
Blending's
beakers and-
fun. I mean,
Yeah.
that's one thing. Even on your shelf at home, if you've got a bunch of, just Buffalo Trace, Four Roses, whatever, Wild Turkey, whatever you want. Try them and just start blending them. That's one thing I think Kevin was telling me about. He does sometimes at home. Is he'll blend a couple things and you're like, my God, I can't believe how good it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it intensifies your experience at home.
All right, so 1, I nailed the pour.
Hell yeah. Look at you go.
You, you're
So we have
professional.
equal parts 2 and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
group decision. What do we do for the final?
We're going to
No,
do it
I think we're gonna
ourselves.
do it
We're gonna do it
ourselves.
separate.
Yeah.
So
blend
blend those
those.
two together.
Yeah.
We'll split them up, and then we'll pick.
Yeah, we'll dump them into
We'll pick
to
additives.
glasses.
And I'd say let's all try the 2 and 4 together by itself first, and then figure out each one of us what we think we need to add.
Hey, Chloe,
from 1, 3, 5.
Can I get some more water, please? Yeah, I got my glass over here
Right.
if you want to come get it.
Can I get some too, please? Thanks.
I'm going to try and aerate this, guys. So.
Thanks, babe. If you blow in it, it really aerates it nice.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Tiny bubbles.
Tiny bubbles.
Make a happy accident over
Yeah.
there.
and viruses. And
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
This is how the world ends. Okay. All right, so we have
Wuhan.
2 and 4. So does everybody want a part of 2 and 4, and then you can
Yes.
finish
Yes.
on your
Yes.
own?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna add a little bit of pangolin to the end of mine. See what happens.
What?
Pangolin?
The pangolin.
What's the pangolin?
That's the
Thank you.
raccoon-looking thing that's from China.
Oh, gotcha.
The pangolin.
Totally
Thanks,
different
Chloe.
nose. Those two are totally different nose.
All right.
I'm
so
willing to bet this is super sweet.
It does come off sweet on the nose.
Damn, that's good by itself.
Yeah, it's because you like sweet.
But it's also got the heat. On the palate, it's got the heat.
So I have to
finishing
say, I don't really like this.
No, but it's got the heat.
It
needs,
does.
It needs that extra added, either sweet or dark. I'm
I almost
thinking
think it needs it. It needs the 3. It needs the bacon fat kind of.
you do bacon
meatiness
fat.
to
I'm
it.
going 5.
Well, if you go 5, you're going to end up with Mikey's,
Yeah.
which was fruity.
542, which was, yeah. So that was fruity.
Okay.
But remember, if you add 5, you started with 5 as a heavy pour, right?
I did start
Yeah.
with
You
5 as a heavy.
This-
pour.
So
Just to
you
use
could
it as
go
a finish.
5. You can go 5. That's
try,
fine.
Try a
Just
drop
a-
or
But
two.
just you're
Just a
just going
touch
to do a
of
couple
5.
drops.
Yeah.
Just
That's
gonna do
it.
a couple.
Yeah, mine was 65% on 5, so it was.
So, but if you
hefty.
do the 1, are you going to end up with more spice than fruit?
I
It's
think
gonna
you ended up
overpower it.
with probably 30% there, Rob. With what you poured, that looked like you added about 30%.
He hasn't drank
Oh.
in a week.
Well, it's
so-
less.
Right.
Don't judge
No,
him.
I'm saying, like, if you're trying to keep
I
track.
was trying
Yeah.
to go low on that.
Right,
little
yeah.
bit of
I kind
pour.
of felt like you probably got a little heavy. I'm gonna go 3.
Oh, I was gonna say that too.
Well, I'm gonna do like a drop of 3.
I do.
What are you gonna do? You gonna do heavy 3 or you gonna do light 3? What's your plan?
I was gonna do light 3 because I feel like that's gonna add a little bit more of that sugariness to it to bring it back to that confectionery long finish that the last one had.
It's almost got the
Okay.
confectionery on the nose already.
So I do like.
What did 5 do for you?
I do like adding the 5 to it, but I do like my original blend better.
Okay.
I still have some of that left.
I probably did 6 to 8 drops
Of which one?
of 3.
3. Okay.
I did too much.
I'm going probably less than that.
No, I'm not kidding. No, on the nose, immediately I could tell I did too much.
Isn't that amazing? Just a
It was
little bit.
it was
what
probably
it does.
6 to 8 drops too much. I needed 2 drops.
2 drops. Wow.
What do you think it will?
I'm not sure yet. Tell me.
Like I would have preferred to have had an eyedropper
Yeah.
to be able to do it.
We should buy a whole kit for all of us.
Yeah, I went
Give me
less than
5.
I went less than 8 on there, and it was. I think it's solid. I don't think it's the 1, but
No, the 2 and 4 definitely seem to be the outliers. They might be good as a very very small portion. Maybe if we did the like the one I did 40 40 20. If you did like a couple of drops of each one of the other 2, might have been fine. I don't know if you need.
I don't
need
feel
'em.
like this is a situation where the outliers create a better product.
I don't think so either.
As far as being like, oh,
At
let's
least
go
not. At
as
least
a base.
not in the blends we've done yet.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that they're small ads.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a best of a bad situation though either, to where 4 and 2 could be good by themselves, but 4 and 2 together make a less sweet combination that go really well. I wouldn't be mad at
does
it,
it.
but like
See,
if you had to pick 2,
The
like
cool thing is, every one of the blends we've kind of done here are bottles we would drink.
right,
They're
and they all
all
kind of
fine.
lead back to the same thing. Like
It's like there's bourbons out there that we don't like. there's nothing
Yeah.
in any one of these that
These
we would not
aren't
say we
those.
wouldn't like. I mean,
Yeah.
They're all drinkable.
They're all drinkable.
Extremely
they're all
drinkable.
MGP. Kind of an odd mash bill, but they're MGP. They're going to be good.
So I'm excited to learn more about the Larrikin stuff because the only information that I could really find was the bottled in bond that they have out right now, which is sourced from Barton. So I don't know if they're sourcing all of their products from Barton, but they are seemingly sourcing all of their products, and most of them are higher age statements, 6 to 10 year products.
So remind
Cognac
me,
finish.
Barton, are they a little bit more on the weeder side?
No.
No,
Yeah, no.
1792. It doesn't seem
That's,
to be.
no, they have a wheat, but it's
Okay.
not primarily wheat.
Okay, I thought even their bourbon was a little higher wheat. Maybe not.
Can you guys hand me one, please?
Same thing. Exactly.
Because
They have a sweet
I've never
wheat.
had. Yeah, they do, and I'm
Yeah,
not a fan
I wasn't
of that.
a fan of. I like their bottled. I'm not a huge banana fan, but like their bottled and bond.
God, I love the
Barton
banana.
is banana.
See, I found that like the 1792 full proof and regular 1792, it's just not my palate.
Yeah,
I feel like it's a
the,
little lighter.
the
I
full
thought it was
proof
wheat,
is a
but
little
maybe
bit
not.
spicy for me.
Okay.
But I mean, most of what is it like 124 the full proof? And it's it's in our wheelhouse, but for what it is, like it just seemed a little too spicy for me.
I don't like what 3 does to 2, 4, and 5 together. I don't like what it does.
I don't like. No, yeah.
I was trying to avoid
3's
three
great.
because of that.
3's great with 1, and it's great with something else. But when you put 2 and 4 together and 5, you get that nice fruit note again. And then when you go with 3, it just dampens the whole thing.
I think I put just enough 5 in the 4 and the 2 that
Okay,
brought out a
so-
little bit more cinnamon.
Will,
What I was leaning towards.
Breeden,
yeah.
you have 2, 4, and then you added
Three.
3.
And 5.
And
No,
5.
I went 2, 4, and then I went 5, and then I added 3 at
a
the
little
end.
bit of 3. Yeah.
And 3 kind of
3
ruined
killed it. Yeah.
So I did
So
2, 4.
5 is what Will was at.
Did
and
we
he
do-
added 3?
You and I both added 3.
We both added 5.
5.
Both added
5.
5.
Wait, you added 1.
No, we
No,
added 5.
we did 5 first,
5
and then
first.
and then I
He
added
added 1.
30% of 1.
Okay.
It's too much.
No,
Oh,
That's
no,
right.
you liked it.
no, it's
Yeah, I feel like 2 and 4 needs to have a lot of things added to it to make it palatable. When you blend it.
I don't care for the nose, but the palate on 2, 4, 5, and 1 is actually I like it.
That's what I was leaning towards. 3 is too much. I don't think 3 will work with 2, 4, 5.
No.
Or 2, 4. 5, if you add too much 5, it washes it out. And
Yeah.
I think it kind of neutralizes a lot of the 2, 4. So I haven't mixed anything yet, and I'm almost half tempted to go 2, 4, 1 at like maybe a 10% at the end.
Try it.
And see what ends up happening.
Now,
I will tell you, man. The going back to my original blend, it literally explodes in your mouth, and the finish is so much longer than what the one we just did with 2, 4, and I had a little bit of 5 in there.
Yours had the longest finish, for sure.
That I think I like that one better for me, for my palate.
now I will say this: it's surprising to me that with all the tastings that we've done over the last year, we kind of know each other's palates fairly well.
Yeah.
We kind of know the finished products that we're like, oh, you like rice spice or you like mint. You don't like that. You want sweeter. You want more oaky. We kind of got a good idea of each other's palates. I feel like we are all 5 of us completely on different pages here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is
we are.
awesome. That excites me because because I'm kind of like, wow, trying to build something that you go, okay, that's what I want to drink all the time, and we're all coming at this from different places.
So
And that's cool.
It is. It's different.
Yep.
It means that our palates are quite differentiated, even though we tend to find a lot of the same stuff that we all.
And by the way, that's a really good thing to have when you do a barrel pick, is have multiple different palates, because then when you come to consensus with one, it's going to be a winner for everybody.
Well, and that's
This-
what's interesting is we all like individually different things. You're more sweet, you're more rye, you're more fruit, it balances around. But at the same time, we can agree when stuff is really good.
Yes. Sure. Yeah.
Unanimously,
Yeah.
even though our palates are extremely different.
Right.
This feels like an exercise that clubs should do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like if you're going to go out and you're going to do a single barrel pick, I don't know how you do this. Like, I don't know how you get this, how you get access to this.
Yeah.
Right.
I know a guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, and you've actually talked about, at times I've heard you talk about kind of doing something like this where people can come in and have this experience.
Yeah. No, I
You've
agree.
mentioned it before, and kind of as a teaching thing. It's almost like you should go try and find a place that you could do this
Yeah.
with club members, and then have a better idea of which guys you want to take to try and pick something.
Well, that's Jay Mattingly.
That's Jay Matt.
And that is what they're doing.
That's
Yeah,
what they're
that's
But
a good point.
is that something? And I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but I'm trying to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Is
Put
that
your
something
ascot
you'd like
on.
to do for the 10 barrels you have?
mean-
Is there a way you could actually do that? Say, we're going to have these 10 barrels, and you guys can come and blend your own.
Maybe a paid event of some sort?
We could see. I'd have to talk.
mean, The downside is it's really hard to get your money back on those barrels if you're trying to do them bottle by bottle.
It depends on how much you're charging, right?
yeah,
mean,
I think
Yeah.
that would be a question for. I'd have to talk to Drew about. I
Yeah,
don't know,
you got to
know
figure
what
out
I
the
mean?
legalities
'Cause-
on that.
Yeah, and
honestly, between 5 and 8 different barrels, that especially in this unique situation where you've got 10 barrels that have the same mash bill, right? Same fill dates,
Yeah.
all that. This is not something that I mean, even Jay Mattingly's not doing that. I would pay $100. I would seriously pay $100 to go have a 2 to 3 hour experience where I had the opportunity to do this. Graduated
Learn how to
cylinders.
blend, yeah.
I have eyedroppers so that I can get more precise amounts.
The one thing I want to add to that is everybody take and just put a little bit of water, like a couple drops of water in
In
what
that
you
one?
already have.
Oh, that's a good call. See if it opens
See if
up.
it doesn't change it. Because
I feel like you could create a program out of this that would really be incredible.
I just added a few drops of water to this, and I can already tell that it's different.
Well, I'm glad you would spend $100 to do that because it costs more than that to go to JMAT.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
Jay Mattingly, I mean, I've not been there, so I don't know the experience. I know that you're also filling a bottle, right?
Yes.
Like you're doing your own bottle. What I'm
Well-
talking about is not a bottle. I'm talking you don't walk away with anything. You're
Just
paying
to
for
try
the
it.
experience.
The experience, yeah.
That's it,
If
right?
you want to buy a bottle of what you blended, then you can add your cost on top of that. What J Matt does is it's 100. I think it's like $160, something like that. Maybe it's a little bit more now. They're in the new location. You go down there and do the entire experience, the tour. They teach you how to blend. You go through and dig. You thief out your own. Graduated cylinders of all the whiskey you want. You blend it, and then they will put a bottle together, and you get one bottle to go.
Now, what are you blending?
You're blending every bottle, pretty
Every
much
barrel
every
that they
barrel
have,
that they
right?
have.
But,
Which there's
but
a
what are they just
ton.
doing? Descriptors? See, what I find the most interesting about this is these are all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same mash bill. Yep.
They're all
Well,
the
there
same.
you can do
Theirs
that.
can be all.
Yeah, it could be anything. I mean,
Okay.
Now
you'll
there
have-
there is something that they do. You know, like you cannot blend a bourbon,
And a
a
rye.
rye, and a light whiskey together to create something.
Okay.
Because
It's
they're different
segmented into
categories.
three.
You have-
Correct, yeah.
If you're doing a light whiskey, you have to do all light whiskey
light
barrels,
whiskeys,
or all rye barrels, or all bourbon. That's part of the legalities of what they're doing.
But you could blend an MGP bourbon with the Green River bourbon.
Gotcha,
yes, yes,
gotcha.
yes.
See, I actually like this one because this is more like something, especially as we talked about kind of the end of the boom and barrel prices coming down. You know, what are the chances that clubs can go in and purchase multiple barrels and potentially do things like this?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Right?
this is
I
definitely
mean-
more on the side of learning how to blend as opposed to, pulling a bunch of different things together to figure out what you like together. I think this is actually a good exercise to learn
Yeah.
that for sure.
Yeah, I was when you said that you bought these 10 barrels, I gotta tell you, man, my excitement about
Yeah.
it was like
I remember.
was through the roof. I'm like, I was giddy. I was like,
Well-
this is really amazing.
And here's the real mind screw. We have 5 more barrels to
Yeah.
taste. there.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
we may all of a sudden be like, oh man, we need to put 7 with
6
3.
with 3 and 2. And
Right, right.
Then
Oh,
it
yeah.
becomes like you want to talk about math going, numbers flying everywhere. Get
Yeah.
crazy. Like
What are the
but
possible combinations
Oh.
you could do percentage-wise between 10 different barrels?
it's
Yeah,
infinite.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
There's somebody that could do that math, even if you just
Here's-
used whole
here's-
numbers.
Apparently, Dan Hand signed up for that.
Yeah, Dan,
Yeah.
You seem to be more mathical than the rest of
Mathical.
us.
Ethical?
That's what I said.
The magical
I know.
Mathical
heard it.
tour.
Yeah.
Hey, the good news is, though, if we run out of one of these bottles, I know where to go get more.
Ah, that's a good call. That's a good
Yeah,
call.
we can break in.
Don't have to
Man.
drive to Kentucky to go find
This
it.
was, Will, first of all, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
fun.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much,
fun
because this
exercise.
was
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
definitely, if you're at home, try this. Now, it's going to be different, right? But
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe a good one to do is if you've got access to the Four Roses single barrels.
Yeah.
Play
Right,
with those.
that's play with those. That's
Yeah.
a great. Go get 5 or 6 of the single barrel Four Roses.
Yeah.
Even if you could just get all the same, like an OESK or whatever, right? But you
Yeah.
can get it from 5 or 6 different
Levels, of the
levels
rickhouse,
and
yeah.
and then do blending.
Yeah.
That would probably be about as close as you could get to
Yeah.
doing what we just did today.
Agreed. Because
So-
it'll be the same proof.
So, Will,
Right,
yeah.
you'd mentioned adding water.
Yeah.
And we added water to this too. What it's done is it's softened the palate quite
Yeah.
a bit.
It
It's
didn't
actually a
change,
little bit-
It didn't change the nose,
No.
but on the palate it lightened it up a little bit, but it didn't change the finish.
I might say
I
even
changed
on
that.
the.
I think
Did
the
you?
finish did change. I think the finish is creamier now.
Is it?
I
with a little
also think
water.
it changed the nose because I
Did it?
think water tends to bring out more high notes.
I got a lot more high notes when I added it. I got a lot more fruit, a lot
Yep.
more lighter citrus.
And I
on
think
it
you
than
just
I-
added like 2 drops to mine.
I did 2 drops
Yeah.
to mine and 2 drops to yours, and
Yeah.
it did change it quite a bit.
Yeah.
That's what's so crazy. A little bit of water. I mean, literally 1 drop or 2 drops of water will
can change
it
everything.
completely. Yeah.
So is our plan next week to do part 2 of this?
Yes.
Oh man,
The
I'm
other 5.
excited. I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring,
this is fun.
hey, have these here in the background. We'll do
We're
it with the
gonna-
next 5.
We're going to
but
leave these here.
but, yeah.
We'll just leave them. We'll put them in. We'll keep them here for next time. I don't need. I've tasted enough to know where they're at. I don't need
Yeah.
to be tempted and drink the rest of 3. So
So
I
maybe
say,
what we
if you're
need
worried
to do,
about that, I can do it right now.
maybe what we need to do next week is pull out the new 5, and then we have to remember the tasting notes on each one of these, and
Yeah.
then maybe we actually find our final blend of your 10 barrels.
there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so let's hit some bullshit stuff here.
Yes, fucking hockey.
Okay, hockey. Man,
God
did,
damn
did
it.
the Avalanche win? They've been up and down.
They're
lately.
up 3. They were up 3-2 last time I looked. But
Okay.
man, they're struggling
They
so
are.
bad
They
right
are.
now, and then they get rid of Miko, and it's like I get why they got rid of Miko, but I did. No fan wants to see Miko go.
No,
He
Brandon
is-
was awesome, man.
He's a top 10 player in the league, and
He was great.
But they
Is
also
great.
said that at the end of the season he was going to be a free agent, and guess what? He's probably going to go where the money's going. So they got something out of him.
Yep.
I get
yep.
that, but man, it's going to make a really, really hard for us to have a run for the Stanley Cup this year.
It's going to be hard.
We still have Woods out. We still have Valerie out. I don't know what's going on. No,
Avalanche-
it's 4-3 now.
Yeah,
Avalanche
4-3,
is up.
start of the third. Yeah.
So the one thing, their goalies are really good, but their defense is not doing well right now for the goalie.
Well, I haven't found a team in the NHL that I've seen that's been trying to make more moves than the Avalanche to figure
Dude,
it out.
I'll tell you the team that you have to watch out for the rest of the season right now
Penguins.
is Carolina.
Carolina.
Oh yeah,
They got
Yeah,
Miko
Hurricanes.
now, and Miko
Yeah.
they were already playing really well, and now Miko's there. If he's able to mesh with that team, a lot of people are saying that obviously with Miko and McKinnon and McCarr and all the guys on and Nichushkin, all those guys, they had a chemistry. They knew how to play together. Now you bring a guy in over halfway through the season, and he's trying to come in there. He's a superstar, but can you actually put together a run? And honestly, if they're able to do that, Carolina is going to be the team to beat.
Yeah, no
But
question.
they still have to do it. So
Right.
So we'll be coming up to the All-Star break here pretty soon.
it's not even an All-Star break this year, though.
Yeah.
Oh, 'cause they're doing the-
They're
that's
doing the
right.
4. which-
Right, the international tournament. Yeah,
That one makes me nervous because these guys are going to play all out for their country.
yeah, they will.
The All-Star game is all about fluff and have some fun. There's nobody getting hurt in the All-Star game.
They're going to
There's
play.
going to be some people that are going
Yeah.
to probably get hurt during this four Nations challenge, but I'm kind of excited to see what happens.
All right, and then a little ECHL news.
buddy?
Sorry, but you're the owner of both the Fuel and the Bison, and you can't get the freaking ice, together. Bloomington, what the hell? Jim
Yeah.
Halleck, come
Yeah.
on. I mean, he lost out double revenue on that thing.
Oh,
Well,
big
actually
time.
didn't lose out because, everybody was there.
Yeah.
And they canceled. If you didn't know, the Fuel played the Bison, except they didn't because they canceled the damn game.
Yeah.
Ice issues.
Ice
Slush.
issues. We don't. Is that what it was? It was slush.
It would.
Yeah, it wouldn't
I don't
freeze.
think
Wasn't
it
cold,
would
wasn't freeze.
Wouldn't freeze.
Man, awful.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But then they go up to Kalamazoo and they put up a good win last night.
hell yeah.
So way to go.
Collins been getting a lot of points this
Yeah, I
season.
think he got 2 points last night.
Colin and Lemos are both becoming assist hounds right now.
Really, really sad that we traded away Andrew Ballant and he is kicking ass now. I
Yes,
don't know
he
what the
is.
hell happened. He was our number one scorer and then he gets traded away after just doing so poor in the first half of the season. And he lands, I forget where, somewhere south, and
Yeah.
he's killing it. Which congratulations
Good for
to him.
him.
I
Good
mean,
for
really
him.
happy for him. Not sure what the deal was that he was struggling here, but
Yeah.
it is what
It is what it
so
is.
Fuel are out of the playoffs as of right now, but again, pre-All-Star break.
You got some time.
So we got lots of time. We got lots of games coming up here that we'll be attending.
Yeah.
I'm back in town now for the duration.
But
so
they
I'm gonna get
have
there all
to
the
put
games.
together some wins. They have to build because I mean, if you say you're 6-7 points out, that didn't seem like a lot, but that means you have to win 3 games and every other team has to lose 3 games.
That's right.
And that takes probably
The
20
good thing
games
is
to
most
get
of the
that to
games
happen.
are division games from here on out. It's mostly in division, so
Yeah.
Okay.
so there's a good chance that they'll recover.
See you, buddy.
Chris, shout out Chris Gordon.
Christopher.
It's good. It's good. Christopher. NFL today.
Yeah.
Holy shit! It is
Oh, it's
Championship
on.
Sunday.
I'll go
Oh, the
ahead and
games
kick-
are on. Yeah, we got.
Let me kick it over.
Yeah, I was
even
gonna
though I
say,
won't watch
Hockey.
this.
Hold on.
So shout
think that's,
out to Indy Ignite. They lost their game the other day, but they are 3-1 in their inaugural season for Pro Volleyball
Gotta
Federation.
get out
Yeah.
there, man. I gotta go see a
exciting.
game.
It's a fun time, man.
And
it's,
tickets
it's
aren't
really
that
good.
expensive.
No,
Yeah,
20, 30 bucks.
Oh,
Yeah.
did they lose one?
They
They
did
lost
lose.
on the road to San Diego.
Nah, they suck.
Oh man, no way. They put up a good fight. But
Shut your whore mouth.
shout out to them. Also, Mad Ants. Rob, you're going to the Mad Ants game on Tuesday.
There you
Tuesday
go.
night, baby, yes.
Nice.
I'm going to take you down to the studio and show you what I do for
I
work.
think Grant's
So
gonna go with me. Happy birthday,
that's
Grant.
awesome, man. Yeah.
Hey,
they're-
did we mention that today's Grant's birthday?
We did
We
mention
talked
that.
about that
Happy birthday.
early.
We
I
did.
know
We
we-
did.
we
I'm
can
just
mention
saying
it again.
That
You were
was-
still in
that
a
was a
sick
couple
haze
drinks
before
ago.
you started drinking bourbon. So now you're
Happy
good.
birthday,
I'm
Grant.
feeling better. I'm feeling better.
So
Rob's back
what are
to
you guys
normal.
thinking? I'm picked Bills at the beginning of the playoffs. I said Bills are going to win this year.
Bills.
Obviously, the question's going to be how many times do the Chiefs get penalties?
7.
Right on their side.
Dude,
with,
7 times.
every
Well, I
news
mean-
article in the NFL was about that.
I don't.
I mean, the
think they're
refs
gonna,
are the best players on their team.
Yes.
I don't think it's going to happen today. From a penalty standpoint,
I
I think
agree.
they got too much pushback. They've got to be fair about this.
They do.
I
They
think
do.
it's going to be the Commanders and the Chiefs, and I'm hoping the Commanders win it.
I think it's going to be almost unfair to Patrick Mahomes because of. I think he might get clobbered today, and there will be no call
There could be.
because I think everybody's heard it. Everybody's gotten so
But,
upset.
but
I
what
know,
do you
right?
but what do
Yeah.
you do? Because I mean, look at
Yeah.
Mahomes early on in his career when he was getting clobbered.
Yeah.
the dude
Nobody
just
gave a shit,
made
yeah.
all the plays happen.
did.
This just may make him become a different player. Who knows?
I think it's going to be a very close game. I think it'll be a
What are you showing us?
shootout. Honestly.
I agree. I think it will be. I think both of them are going to be shootouts. I think they're going to be good games. I really, 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 really hope the Eagles lose.
I do too. Honestly, after
Sorry
the
to New
Commanders-
Jersey, Mike.
Yeah.
Mike. I can't remember if you're a Philly fan or if you're a Giants fan or where you fall on this, but man, no to the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, look, here's what they have going for them: Saquon. Like, if
That's-
Saquon gets 200 yards,
Game's
they're
over.
going to win. They're
Yeah,
going to win.
yeah.
So it depends on how well he plays and
Yeah.
Yeah.
what they can do.
I don't know. I really wanted to see the Lions win just because I love Dan Campbell.
That was
I would
hard.
love to see them win, but you know, with them being out, I'm kind of rooting for Washington. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it or not. That's who I'm rooting for right now.
We'll talk about the Lions too. Their entire coaching staff is now decimated.
Except
They
for
lost-
Dan. Except for Dan.
Yeah. I mean, they
Except
lost
for the
their-
kneecap biter.
Yeah, man.
They lost
that's
their
crazy.
OC, they lost their DC. Like, it's what
Moving on
happens.
to better
It's what
things,
happens when
but-
you have good teams.
It,
you lose
it
your
is.
good coaches. So,
you do.
know.
You do.
Yeah, but the team. I mean, there's no restrictions on paying coaches. I mean,
Yeah,
That's-
well,
what's
but you
true?
can trade coaches, you know. Like,
Yeah.
You could trade Tom. Like, people are trying to trade for Mike Tomlin and trade first-round draft picks to get him.
That's
It's
crazy.
crazy. But yeah, this
Well,
will
let's
be
go
a
Bills.
fun day. Yeah, go Bills.
It's going to be a
Bills.
fun day. Fun day
I'm
of
pulling
football.
for Josh Allen. I want to see him win one. I wanna
Hope
see
you
him
hope you all enjoyed the blending today. I
Yeah.
saw
Yeah.
what we have. Austin,
I know
thanks
you've
for the
been
comment
sick,
there.
Rob, but you have an awful lot of bourbon in your Glens over
I
there.
feel a lot better.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I mean, I see empty.
Yeah,
and then Rob's
tune in
over
next
there.
week for part 2 of our 5-bottle blending.
Yeah.
I
Part
do.
10.
So
It'll be 10.
I do
Part
really
two.
like the blend that I did. That hit my palate very well. I know
Yeah.
it's not everyone's palate.
it was an average blend.
I think you're
I'll give
biased.
it
Whatever.
that.
Fuck you. Joe Boo.
Fuck you, Jobu.
All right, the playoff games have started. I think we've probably gone long enough, haven't we?
Yeah, we're
we
2
have.
hours.
We did
Yeah.
enough. Yep.
We're getting there, so
We're right there.
we'll sign
All
off. Tune in next week.
right,
You can find me at both the visuals, Spencer Leeds, and don't forget to follow the Final Third podcast.
Find me at Scotty D Smokes.
At Moto Photo Will on Instagram.
You can find me at Cocky Wolverine on Instagram, not in a Speedo this week.
And you can
So
find me
far.
everywhere. Final Third Cigar. Thanks a lot, guys, for listening in, and we will see you next week.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.